he was back to Dale Earnhardt. Like, he was back to normal. Like, early 90s Earnhardt in 2000.
Shit.
So, at least his last year, he got to race healthy. And then he goes into 2001, and you know what happens. But he was actually healthy. He almost won the fucking championship in 2000. Almost. Anthony's here.
Hey.
I'm not alone today. Chase Briscoe's on the pole for the third week in a row.
Damn.
3 weeks in a row. Look, Kyle Busch qualified second. Should I put a little bit on Kyle? I don't know.
I wouldn't trust it.
That's the thing. I don't trust it. I want it to have. I think he's like 16 or 17 to 1.
I wouldn't trust it.
See, Briscoe and Kyle Busch don't have the best odds, so if they win, you get a lot of money. But the reason they don't have odds, nobody trusts either of them. Because Briscoe's been on the pole 3 weeks in a row and ain't done shit. He's good at Charlotte. Actually, he sucked at Charlotte, but came back and got a top 5. Nashville, I think he had brake problems and just faded and didn't do much. But both times he's lost the lead, at Charlotte and at Nashville, I said he won't lead another lap today. And I've confidently said that 2 weeks in a row. He starts on pole, leads a little bit, and I'm like, he won't lead another lap. And then he just falls back.
And then Blaney just kicks everybody's ass, but he can't always get there.
Hocevar is on a tear right now. He's getting hot. Pissing people off, but getting hot.
He is, but it's that pissing people off part.
Yes, it's the pissing people off part that's going to fuck him over. You really think Ricky Stenhouse ain't going to get him back?
Oh, he will. He's just waiting.
Denny Hamlin on his podcast said this is the most sure thing I've ever seen. Ricky's going to get his ass. And Denny Hamlin said, I would bet a year's salary that Stenhouse screws him over at a pivotal point.
Yep. Stenhouse is just waiting.
Because Stenhouse, to his credit, is having a good year until last week. Stenhouse was like 13th in points. That's playoffs. He was in the playoff standings.
Yeah, that's right.
Knocked out. Fucking Kyle Busch finishes like 10th. Bubba finishes 6th. They all jumping. Bubba went from being 19 ahead of the cut line to fucking like 60 ahead now just because Ricky got wrecked. So I know Ricky was extra pissed because he's having such a solid year. A lot of top 15s, a lot of 15th to 12th finishes kind of thing.
Someone like him, it's fantastic.
Yeah. Another guy having a great year for a team you wouldn't expect. AJ Allmendinger. AJ finished 4th at Charlotte. 4th.
Weird.
He ran top 5 the whole race. Him and John Hunter Nemechek were the biggest surprises at Charlotte. They were top 5 the whole fucking race. I was like, wow. And then Ross comes from last to first in a backup car and wins. It was just a weird race.
It really was. It was really weird.
I wish I'd have put some money on Ross, but I was like, backup car starting last. Not that he can't do well, but he ain't going to win. But the 600 is just long enough. Because he did not show up until the last 40, 50 laps.
Something like that.
Kyle Petty, No Fear Racing for the Sega. Wasn't that on Sega? I found a copy of NASCAR 98 at Game Haven and I bought it. I've got 98, 99, and 2000 for the PS1. They're fucking horrible, but it's great.
I had one of those, but I can't remember which one I had. Man, which one did I have? Either way, what I used to love doing was like eventually just saying fuck this in the race, turning around backwards and just messing up everything.
Yes. I think we all went through a phase as kids where it's like, I'm not really good at this. What can I do for fun? Oh, I'll whip my car around and go backwards and shit on everybody. So that's what I did. There's a paintball cheat code in NASCAR 98 where you can shoot paintballs out the front of your car and it makes the car in front of you go and crash. Wish I knew about that when I was a kid. I didn't find out about that until years later. I'm like, there's a paintball cheat code? Not only did I get NASCAR 98, it's the fucking special edition. Did I put it in the bottom drawer? Oh, there's my wristband that gave me floor access for Metallica. I kept that, of course. Where's my... Okay. All my NASCAR PS1 games. Collector's edition of 98. The only thing different is that it's got the big NASCAR 50th anniversary logo, and you can play as Richard Petty. Collector's edition. NASCAR Racing 96. Never had that as a kid. Never played it in my life. But I saw it and was like, it's $2. I'm taking that. NASCAR 99. Played that a lot back in the day. And then NASCAR 2000. Literally never played until recently. Because when I was a kid, that was back when there was multiple NFL and multiple NASCAR games every year, right? In 2000, I got NASCAR Heat. I didn't ever get NASCAR 2000. My parents got me NASCAR Heat for Christmas. And then I was like, wait, there was a NASCAR 2000 by EA Sports. I didn't know this shit. I was fucking 6.
Right.
And the Heat games were actually pretty good back in those days. There was NASCAR Heat, Heat 2002, and Dirt to Daytona, and they were really solid. But then EA got the exclusive deal. EA loves to do that
Yes, they do.
for better and worse. Yeah, those are like the major PS1 NASCAR. All the NASCAR games were on PS1 up till 2004. 2004 was the last one on PS1. I want to get a PS1 version of '04 because you just know it's like these are 2003 cars with like 1999 graphics. Oh my God! Run, bitch! It's Terry McLaurin. Washington fucked them up, buddy. And I like Detroit, but I'm like, I don't feel bad for y'all.
I did, but not because of the game.
I didn't feel bad because everything I told everybody all year eventually came true. I didn't want it to, but I'm like, man, Detroit can score a lot of points. Love it. That defense is suspect
They had
at times.
who were employed at Target playing defense.
And it wasn't their fault that Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. That was the turning point where I'm like, that's going to fuck them. That is going to fuck them.
That was like the final nail in the coffin for that defense.
And Washington throughout the year just kept getting better and better and better and better and better and better. And the only teams they sucked against were the only team they sucked against was Philly. That was their only weakness. Washington could have beat anybody except for Philly. And it's a credit to Philly for locking them up the way they did because nobody else could.
No.
But Detroit, when that shit happened, I said, I hate to be right because I kind of said this could be the way they lose.
I mean, I knew eventually that the fact that, they had customer service employees playing defense was going to bite them. Everybody knew that. Everybody should have anyway.
K-Dog, do you remember the cheat for NASCAR Dirt to Daytona that turns your driver into a giant and you can see him like above the car going like in the sky and he's like attached to the car he's driving? Oh, dude, it's so fucking funny. You think if Briscoe had a real crew chief, he'd probably win? I do think if you look at the tail end of Truex's career, the crew chief, James Small, he was their weakness. And I know him and Truex did win a few races together, but look at Truex's stats with Cole Pern as his crew chief to when they switched to James Small. There's no comparison. So I think James Small struggles to keep up during the race, and Truex, they had this problem. Truex would show up last year. Holy shit, it's going to be one of them Martin Truex Jr. races where he just fucking kicks the shit out of everybody. And then after stage one, they just fade and fade and fade and fade and never get better. Or get a penalty and then never fucking overcome it. And Briscoe kind of does the same thing. He's literally just Martin Truex Part 2.
Sort of, kind of.
And I see Briscoe any week now. Briscoe could win, and it would not surprise me. If Briscoe wins this race, I'd be like, saw it coming. I don't expect him to be a favorite, but if he popped up and won, I wouldn't be shocked because they're so fast. But they got to put a whole race together. They have yet to put a whole race together, but they have gotten some good finishes. I'm so tired of old people bitching on Facebook about Amazon. You've paid for cable your whole goddamn life. Shut the fuck up. You will always have to pay for television. This is nothing new. And they gave a 30-day free trial for Amazon this month because NASCAR's on. They want as many people to watch as possible. I ain't paying for that. It's a free trial. Well, they still make you pay. No, they don't. You sign up and take the free trial and then cancel immediately, and you get to keep the free trial and not have to pay at the end of the month. It's not fucking rocket science, people. And plus, I bum my friend's Amazon. But even if I couldn't, I'd be like, yeah, I'll sign up for Amazon for a month, 2 months to watch NASCAR. It's like $6, $7. It's not a big deal.
You get Amazon Prime with it too.
Yeah.
So if you want to order something, free delivery and shipping.
Yep.
One of the two. Can't remember which. That's why I like Amazon Prime.
And they do a good job with their live sports shit. Like their NFL stuff's pretty good, and their NASCAR stuff is the best right now.
Yeah.
And even though it's going to TNT in a few weeks, it'll still be the Amazon crew. It's still Dale Jr. and Carl Edwards and everybody you see on Amazon. I hope Amazon's like, can we get more races next year? Because I would gladly watch more Amazon.
I would.
Because they don't do full screen commercials. You will see every lap of this race today. When they do commercials, it's always split screen. And then they'll say for like the last 70 laps, commercial free. That's fucking great. In Nashville, no, 60 to go, no more commercials. EO. Also, the picture quality on Amazon is fucking amazing.
Yes, it is. I love it.
It's not like YouTube TV. $20 extra if you want 4K. I'll just take my 1080p and shut the fuck up. I'm not paying y'all any more than I have to. Yes, track position. I don't care what your strategy is, keep Kyle Busch up front. Don't let him get back in the middle. That's where they really suck. That's where RCR really fucking sucks. Kyle ran top 5 here last year. He can do it again. Kyle, after the last green flag stop at Michigan last year, cycled to the lead, and I thought he might have a shot. He couldn't hold on, though. Byron and those guys passed him, but he still finished like 3rd or 4th. And yeah, he needs to worry about points now because they haven't won a race yet, and they're back in the playoff thing after Stenhouse got fucking jucked last week. So keep Kyle Busch in the top 5. Look, they even do the old school starting grid shit from the 80s. I know that's a Dale Jr. idea. Jr. said he was pitching all kinds of ideas to make it more like the 80s and 90s NASCAR coverage. Prosper, Texas, represent. Chris Buescher. Tylenol Gibbs. Bubbles. Oh, yeah, Denny's wife is going to pop any time now. Ryan Truex is on standby if Denny leaves. She needs to pop this fucking baby out before they get to Mexico on Friday or whatever. Knowing Denny the way I know, if his wife goes into labor and he's running top 5, he's not leaving. Denny is only leaving if they're struggling and then she goes into labor. If he's top 5, you think he's getting out of there? No. Oh, Hocevar. Hocevar's fun. He's digging his own grave, but it's fun to watch, and he's fast.
That's true. It is fun to watch.
Ty Dillon, another guy having a better year than you would think.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Allmendinger, having a great year. Ross the Hoss. I love that Mobil 1 car. It's beautiful.
It's nice.
I love a sponsor that actually takes advantage of the extra space from when NASCAR made them put the numbers forward for no reason. There's never been a bad Mobil 1 scheme.
I don't remember there being a bad Mobil.
Not a single one.
If there is, I don't think we've seen it.
Tony Stewart had the best ones.
Yeah, he was really good.
Eric Jones was fucking top 5, top 10 at Nashville.
Yeah, that's right, he was.
Oh, guys, look, Cole Custer still exists.
He does.
Shane Vangisbergen getting better. Oh, Shane. Fucking Mexico, Sonoma, and Chicago street race in the same month. He's getting ready to eat. Because they were going, man, he's having a bad year. He's really struggling because he's new at this. He's new at this.
Give it a second.
Wait. And he is getting better.
He's getting better.
He's getting a lot better at the ovals. It does take time, yes. And the lack of, they don't really get to practice much anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would love to practice. But he's getting better. He was solid at Nashville, solid at Charlotte. And you know he's about to eat good in the next month. And then before the end of the regular season's Watkins Glen, so he's going to have some chances.
That's bare minimum 4 chances for him to feast.
He's going to contend to win, for sure. Especially, in particular, Mexico and Chicago. Mexico, because none of these guys have raced there, and that evens the playing field. And Chicago, because he's already just the best there anyway.
So as long as he doesn't get taken out or a penalty or something happens.
He was leading Chicago last year when Briscoe missed a corner and just fucking destroyed him. So
that's all he's got to worry about.
Yeah.
Other than that, if he can take care of it on the track, it's over with.
And he made, God, Watkins Glen last year, he was leading on the last lap. And you know that little inner chicane part on the backstretch at Watkins Glen, he nipped the guardrail just barely, and it set his car off, and fucking Busher just drove in there and doored the fuck out of him and took the lead. And I was like, damn it, Shane. Of course, it wasn't his fault. They kept wrecking and bringing out cautions because he was dogging their ass, and then fucking just barely. You go back and watch that replay. He's like, he nipped the guardrail, and it threw the car off center, and Busher just drove in and killed him. Didn't wreck him, but might as well have, because Busher was desperate. He had a kind of a shit year last year and wanted to win. Oh yeah, because one thing about SVG, he will come back and get your ass. Ask Austin Hill in the Xfinity Series last year. Do not fuck with Shane Vangisbergen. He will ruin his day to ruin yours. Ricky's not going to do nothing today. Michigan's way too dangerous for that, and there's nothing. I felt two ways about that. I was like, Hocevar, you should have just cut him a break. Why'd you wreck him? But at the same time, Stenhouse is a jackass, so I didn't really feel bad that he wrecked Stenhouse. I was just like, you shouldn't have done that.
This was where I drew the line. It was in like the little interview that he gave where he said, "No, I'm not going to change. This is who I am." I'm like, dude, you are going to get destroyed. Like, even I wanted to punch him in the mouth for saying that. Because, like, dude, you cannot be that way.
Denny on his podcast said Hocevar is now a driver that your spotter warns you about. Like at Charlotte, Denny was second and Hocevar was third, and the spotter was like 77's third. Just so you know. And Denny said, when you start getting warned about somebody, that's not a good thing for them.
No, it ain't.
But he was fair. If Hocevar runs top 10, he races clean. It's when he's struggling mid-pack, he acts like a jackass. But when he races guys like Byron and Denny and Chase and all them, total pro. But I think he's got an ego problem where he gets stuck with guys like Stenhouse and thinks, well, I shouldn't be back here with these fucking guys. Fuck them. And has no respect for them.
I can see that, definitely.
That's a big habit because the races where he finishes top 5, like at Nashville, he finished third. No, he finished second at Nashville last week. Like, damn, dude, you almost won. Clean fucking race. Oh, yeah, he was top 5 the whole race. So of course he raced clean. He wasn't pissed off running 20th. So he's got to get a little. You got to accept that there are going to be days in this series at this level where you just ain't going to have it. You're going to be 15th or 20th.
There's going to be plenty of those days.
Everybody has it.
Yes.
I think Kyle Busch has shown remarkable patience from being a fucking Hall of Fame guy to what he is now, struggling with RCR. Of he ain't fucking with nobody. He just runs his race, and if he fucks up, he fucks himself over. He don't fuck anybody else over.
And from the way I understand it, he's not talking shit in interviews no more. Not really.
No.
Not throwing his team under the bus or anything like that.
He knew what he was getting into when he signed with fucking RCR.
Yeah, absolutely. He had to have known.
Although the year before he signed, the 8 car was really good. Reddick won like 4 races the year before, and he thought, damn, 8 car's good. And then they fell off. I refuse to believe it's Kyle Busch's fault that they fell off.
I don't think it's Kyle Busch directly, no.
Just maybe it's not they're not meshing the way they should.
That's what I think a big.
Tyler Reddick and that team were meshing.
They just had it figured out.
Yeah.
They knew what to do.
But even Reddick was like, shit, I can go drive one of them fast Toyotas. I'm getting the fuck out of RCR. And RCR was very bitter about that. All right, Briscoe's going to lead the start of the race again. If he loses the lead, will he get it back?
And I mean, we all know he's going to at some point.
And Cindric blocking the fuck out of Alex Bowman.
Well, he tried to. And he got around it anyway, but like, damn. Bowman usually doesn't do that wild ass shit.
Michigan's starting to get back to old Michigan now.
Thank God. I'm tired of it being a fucking restrictor plate.
Yeah. Now there's multiple lanes here. The hallmark of old Michigan was you'd see cars running against the wall and on the apron.
Yeah.
We're getting back to that a little bit.
Thank God.
People still want to run the top, though. You want to be in the middle. The middle is like the fast part of Michigan. Right where Briscoe's running right now. And where Larson's running. I bet on Willie B last week. He was the best car on short run. So what happened at the end of the race? 100 lap green flag run, finished fourth.
Yep.
And I was like, thanks.
Yep.
Every restart, he was passing 3, 4 cars at once. And I'm like, let's go. Then the race goes green. Needed a short run and a restart on the outside second row. Could have won some money. I didn't make any bets today. I thought about Ryan Blaney or Kyle Busch, but chickened out.
I just wouldn't trust either of them to be there at the end. I wouldn't trust them.
Gee, is Martin Truex or Chase Briscoe driving that car? You really can't tell a difference.
Not really, but I mean, at some point he's going to lose the lead,
Yeah.
and he probably won't get it back.
Last year's winner, Tyler Reddick's running 20th. Why is Chase 21st? There's something up with them. Chase and the 9 team, they ain't been right.
No, they haven't really been right all year. Not really.
They've scored a lot of points. That's what's keeping. That's why when you look like, damn, Chase is like top 10 in points. They're scoring points. Yeah, but they're not contending. They're not even close to winning.
They're not even consistent.
They've not been consistent, and they haven't even sniffed winning a race.
Not really. No, they have not.
So that's where Hocevar already in the top 10, started 14th. Hocevar being fast every week is now becoming a consistent thing. That's an ugly car too for Chase.
Not great.
Come here, little munchkin.
Yes, those are my drinks.
Said, I don't know you, man.
My Crocs. No need to be
See, you can see her. She comes out and about now.
T.O.
So, nope, I'm out of here. I think she's in love with Ozzy. She's just obsessed with him. Ty Dillon, 3 wide. Passing 2 guys that should really be doing a lot better than they have been lately.
You know, I know I probably sound like a boomer when I say this, but I really don't like it when they get 3 wide. I've always hated it, and I think I'm always going to continue.
Well, at least in a place like Michigan, you can.
Yeah.
It's when they go 3 wide at like Bristol and shit, where I'm like,
Oh, sweet Jesus.
or going down the backstretch at Martinsville, going to turn 3. It's like, stop. It's a shame Corey LaJoy's not in this race. Remember, he flipped here last year. He tried to wreck Noah Gragson and wrecked himself and flipped.
And I'm assuming didn't get
No,
Noah.
he didn't.
I'm just glad Corey LaJoy's not here to just fucking.
Did you guys see Corey after the truck race yesterday? Corey was in the truck race, and he ran like 20th the whole race. There was like a 15 truck pile up on a restart with 5 to go, and it literally gave him the lead, and he still couldn't win. He finished like 5th, and then after the race, not so bad after all, am I? Motherfucker, the top 15 wrecked, and you couldn't win. Yes, you still suck. Congratulations on your top 5 in the truck series, though. So, please, dude. You ran like 15th or 20th all day. In a truck that fucking Kyle Larson and William Byron have won in. So, because that truck, the Hendrick guys go down every now and then and drive it. Larson won. Actually, Larson didn't win because he choked twice in truck. It's embarrassing to choke a truck race, but Larson did it twice. He choked Bristol and he choked Homestead majorly.
I mean, ain't no big deal. Doesn't really mean
Because he was going for the triple. He ran truck, Xfinity, and Cup at Bristol and Homestead. Won 2 out of 3, but didn't win the truck race either time. Kyle Busch, on the other hand, has done that a couple times where he's won all 3. So that's what Larson was going for. He wanted to do that. Wrong Kyle. The other Kyle did it, though. I never thought I'd look back fondly on Kyle Busch being annoying, but here we are. I am thirsty. Let me tell y'all, my hip still hurts from standing at the Metallica show. Still. 8 days later, a little bit of pain in my hip. I was walking like Hank Hill's dad when I got home because my calves. When I was standing there, I really wasn't hurting. I'm like, damn, I'm tired, but I'm good. Walking out, felt good. Sat down in the car. Oh, it feels nice to finally sit down. Went to get out of the car when we got home. Oh, shit. Up the back of my calf. I literally had to walk like this. I was like, I'm Cotton Hill from King of the Hill. I was walking like him. I was about to say, I killed 50 men. I watched the episode of King of the Hill. Cotton's like 80 something years old. He's a World War II veteran. He gets his wife pregnant. His wife's like 40. And he gets her pregnant while he's in his 80s or whatever. And he's not there when the baby's born. And he comes in and she's laying there all depressed after having the baby. And he goes, "Where's my new dependent? I believe I'm supposed to look at it." We're going to have a new leader. Briscoe's lead lasted 12 laps.
I think this is the shortest it's lasted.
Yeah, he did lead a lot of the first stage at Nashville. Actually, at Charlotte, he got passed way quicker than this.
Oh, okay.
Byron and Larson passed him immediately at Charlotte. I was there, I know.
I just couldn't remember.
And then Larson leading the race smacks the fucking wall for no reason. And I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck is he doing?
I have no idea, but probably pushing too hard, I guess. I don't know.
40 laps into a 600-mile race with a comfortable lead and
I don't know.
busts his ass.
He's the king of choking. I mean, not a whole lot of drivers do it as much as he does.
Denny Hamlin's getting passed by Prosper, Texas.
What is this thing with Prosper?
I don't know. People made a meme out of it because when he had that great year in 2023, and Rick Allen was always like, "He's from Prosper, Texas, Prosper, Texas, Prosper, Texas." And now whenever I say Chris Buescher, I'm like, "Prosper, Texas." I would literally not know he's from there if it wasn't for Rick Allen.
Oh, Rick Allen. Yeah, okay. Well, that does make sense.
Hey, Daniel Suarez, have you started filling out job applications?
Yep.
You talk about being on a hot seat, buddy.
It ain't hot, man. It's like fucking
Scalding.
It's magma.
It burns! Patrick when he's fucking trying to find the lid.
It's doing more than burning.
Yeah. And when Ross won the 600, it just made it even worse because I went, ooh. Because Trackhouse has kind of struggled a little bit. Ross has been grinding out top tens, right? So Ross is having a solid year, but they haven't been like a winning car. Shows up at Charlotte, comes up clutch, wins the 600. Where'd Suarez finish? Like 30th? Oh, he got outran by Vangersbergen? Huh, that's his other teammate. Yeah, you're in trouble. Also, choked Las Vegas to Josh Berry. You know, the race Josh Berry won? Suarez was the leader and gave it away. So, yeah, Suarez kind of on the hot seat. And Kyle Busch's decline has begun from second to fourth to sixth. I mean, he's still top 10, but I don't like seeing them go backwards. Larson's not doing as good as I thought he would.
Now,
Blaney's 10th.
I figure Larson would at least be somewhere in the top five.
I thought Larson would have Buescher's spot by now. And Junior's pointing out Kyle's really tight. You could see it off of 2 there. He was really tight. He was like a lane higher than everybody else because his car wasn't turning.
Well, luckily that's an easy fix. So.
Tight. Look at that car. Tight. Well, we didn't get our third straight Michigan rain out in a row. All weekend, though, it was supposed to rain today. And then I woke up and no rain. I was like, oh, finally. A Michigan race that's going to start on time.
Is it always supposed to start at 2 or just whatever?
Yeah, 1 or 2 or 3 whenever they schedule it. But the last couple of years, it's rained every damn time at Michigan. Can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of thing. I think that's why Kyle's been struggling. Here comes Prosper, Texas.
I mean, Prosper, Texas's car is a nice, pretty shade of purple.
Buescher is second.
I wonder if that's like a plum or a grape.
It's a Heinz ketchup special flavor. That's what it says on the quarter panels.
I kind of want to go to Walmart now and see if I can find
You remember the colored ketchups from Heinz? They had like green ketchup and shit. Purple ketchup. Remember when they served green eggs and ham when we went to school and the fucking eggs looked like just a pile of boogers? And we were all like, ew. Or just seeing those be like, it looks like a bunch of boogers, but it's eggs. They would serve green eggs and ham on Dr. Seuss's birthday. Blaney's starting to move forward. Maybe I should have bet on him. Hit 200, hit 200. Yeah, 200 miles an hour. She really only likes me, and that's if I'm sitting in this chair. That's why she was like, he's sitting in the chair. Oh, but somebody else is there.
Somebody else here, fuck that, ain't going over there.
She's become very cuddly, though,
Well, that's good. I know it's rare for cats to become cuddly, so it's interesting.
especially wild ones like her that grew up outside. Rumors have come out that Martin Truex wants to come back. I'm like, did you get bored?
My question is who the fuck's gonna pick him up?
Oh, Dodge is coming back officially. Starting in the Truck Series next year, but they want to be in Cup again.
Yes!
So,
Finally!
and I'm like, I'm gonna make my predictions now on who the Dodge teams will be. Trackhouse. Trackhouse will totally be a Dodge team. Ricky Stenhouse and the 47 team, totally a Dodge team. Those will be the first two I think that flip to Dodge.
Yeah, to try it out, test the water.
Trackhouse would be, I think it'd be really good for them because they're obviously getting treated like a bitch at Chevrolet because it's all Hendrick, and they're just hanging on. Like I said, Ross has had a solid year, but not like they were in 2022 with Ross. What's up, sirs? Yeah, I'm calling it now. Trackhouse will be a Dodge team within 2 or 3 years.
Assuming that the way it'll work, if they can get up to Cup, is Cup will run the Charger, and then Xfinity will run the Challenger.
That's how it used to be. I remember Xfinity was running Challenger last time they ran Dodge, and Trucks is the Ram. Of course, it's the fucking Ram. Looks cool. They unveiled it yesterday at Michigan. It was like, here's the new Truck Series Dodge Ram next year. We don't know which teams are switching yet, but Dodge is coming back, and they want to be in Cup and Xfinity as well. I know one thing. Of all the series of NASCAR, though, Chevrolet has Xfinity on fucking lock because, like,
Really?
dude, there's like 25 Chevrolets in Xfinity. Single.
That's like half the field.
Yes, that's over half the field, and it's like a couple of Fords and like a handful of Toyotas.
I'll take it, but damn.
Ford got fucked in Xfinity when Penske and Roush both bailed on the Xfinity series. And I know Brad has said in the past he wants to make Roush an Xfinity team again, but yeah,
He's gonna have to get higher in the company to do that.
I hope they can pull it off because Xfinity does need at least one or two more really good teams like Roush. Penske pulled out, which pissed me off because they had a really good Xfinity team, but they were only doing it because the team president's fucking son was racing. So they kept, as soon as he got to Cup, Austin Cindric, they shut down their Xfinity deal.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. I got to give credit where credit's due, though. As much as we bash them, RCR still going strong in Xfinity and really good. If they were as good in Cup as they are in Xfinity, RCR would be a super team again.
Well, I mean, we all know that there's two problems that are holding them back. That
Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon. I think Prosper, Texas is about to take the lead here, fellas. That's really impressive. Damn, I should have bet on Busher.
Shit.
RFK is so inconsistent
Yes, they are.
because the first half of this year, Priest was really good and Brad was terrible. Busher was in between. Now Busher's getting hot. Brad is.
But
And
watch it though. Prosper, Texas is gonna go cold here in about the next couple weeks, and then it's gonna be another one of them assholes who's gonna get kind of good for a little bit.
Brad got a top 5 at the 600, and that was his first top 10 of the year.
Yep.
And I was like, what? But old Boucher from Prosper, Texas.
Yeah, Busher can kind of sort of get there, but he can't do it.
One thing I know about Ford, they put a lot of effort into Michigan.
Can you blame him?
Michigan is like one of their races they circle every
Well,
year.
not only that, but I mean, Michigan is a Ford state,
Yep.
so can't blame him.
Heinz Flavor Tour.
Heinz flavor tour, okay? All right. Interesting.
Kyle Busch just dropped another 2 spots. He's eighth now.
He's too tight.
Uh,
Larson's kind of came out of nowhere.
yeah, he passed Kyle about a lap ago, I think.
So Larson's getting back to where he should.
Oh, the Dillon brothers are 25th and 26th, right there together.
Good. Stay there. Stay the fuck out the way. Assholes.
I've been sitting here wondering why is nobody pitted yet. Because I was like, did I forget what the fuel window is at Michigan? You can't go 45 laps. You probably could. You just don't want to.
I would say it's probably still going to be a few laps before they start pitching.
I thought they would have pitted at like lap 25 or something. Well, I wish I'd have known that. I put a bet on him today. If I heard everybody in the garage, man, Busher's fast this week. They don't practice hardly anymore, so it's hard to get an idea of who's fast. You kind of just have to look at where they qualified and how they did here last year.
Well, you also have to remember that Busher's from Prosper, Texas.
And he's from Prosper, Texas, which has a population of. Hold on, let me Google that. Him, there's not enough adjustments to fix what's up with Suarez. Prosper, Texas, though. Ross Chastain's bobbing for apples. because he's got apples on his car.
Oh, I was really, really
He's
confused.
driving the Bush Light Apple Ale car.
Oh, yeah, that Apple bullshit they do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Oh, Busher just can't get it.
Mm-mm.
He's right there, but he just
He
can't
can
get it.
kind of peek a little bit, but that's all he can do.
The biggest surprises of this race. What the fuck was that camera cut? Did Quentin Tarantino start directing this race or something? He does the big zoom out.
I just wish we could get.
Oh,
Oh,
he's gonna get him.
I was wrong.
Prosper, Texas, down the front stretch. Gonna lead this lap. 10 to go. They still haven't pitted.
Make it clear.
He got it.
There, got it. Got it. Got it.
Christopher Busher from Prosper, Texas is your new leader. I was worried because a minute ago my mic was muted, and I said, please tell me it wasn't muted that long. It wasn't. I went back. I think I coughed and muted it and forgot to unmute it for like a minute. So I don't even know if they heard our Prosper, Texas story or not, but
I hope they did. Because everybody needs to know more about Prosper, Texas.
yeah.
And I really do want a Switch 2 in Mario Kart.
I have no reason to get a Switch 2 at the moment. And then I found out that NASCAR Rivals ain't going to be backwards compatible on it.
That's bullshit.
And I'm like,
I would assume that a majority of like Switch games would be.
pretty much all of them. Oh, my new favorite YouTube category this week is, does Arkham Knight run better on a Switch 2 than the Switch 1? Answer, yes. It runs about like the PS4 version, but it still looks like ass, like the Switch. But I'm like, you know what? At least it's playable.
Well, not only that, but Switch 2's graphics at least are better on the Switch.
It's still got the shitty textures from the Switch version, but the game runs quite well now.
I've heard that about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet too. They run really well on the Switch 2.
Ooh, Blaney passing large. See, Blaney and Busher, I should have been all over it.
Yeah, but will they be there at the end of the race? Busher probably not. Blaney maybe.
If Blaney don't blow up.
Well, I don't think he'll blow up, but I expect just something to happen to him.
Oh, yeah, he's got shit luck. I can't believe that last 100 laps went green last week. I was like, where's the caution? Here it comes. I know it's coming. Because I was like, Joey Logano's fourth. There's got to be a caution that gives him the fucking lead, right? So,
But Joey doesn't seem to have that kind of luck anymore. Not really.
just at Texas.
Stealing wins from Chris Busher in Texas.
And we really just going to not pit during this stage.
Not yet, anyway.
Hell, they're coming to 5 to go. I think they're just going to stay out. That looks like me in NASCAR Rivals. Cooking the bottom of turn 4 at Michigan. I found car setups for NASCAR Rivals finally. Yeah, they added the next gen car to NASCAR Heat 5, and a guy posted setups for that, and he was like, oh, by the way, these setups work in NASCAR Rivals as well. So I was like, put them in. And it's like the most stable cars I've ever driven in my life. Playoff bubble. Kyle Busch is ninth. Hanging on. God damn. They build heat and they blister. So they're not wearing, but they blister.
Yeah, that's not good either.
That's not good, no.
I would assume that could cause a wreck at some point.
I can't wait to see what tires look like after they've run 45 straight laps here. Go ahead and call that tire the .com industry because it popped. Hey, let's play a game. Let's go to Racing Reference and look at the title of every Cup race from the year 2000 and see how many of them have .com in it. Let's do that. Prosper, Texas is driving away with the lead, and nobody's pitting here. Oh, motherfucker. The race. Seriously? Stupid ass. The Duralube Kmart 400 at Rockingham. I wish Racing Reference just had the fucking race title listed there without me having to click on the damn race to read it. Okay, so even with pace laps, everybody ran 45 laps at Michigan and didn't run out of gas. One lap to go. I bet Suarez feels really dumb for pitting for no reason.
Well, it looked like he had a reason though, but I don't know.
Other than that they suck, I can't think of a good reason.
I mean, maybe the tires blistering isn't that big of a
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what town? He said he's from Texas, but he didn't say what town.
Exactly. Come on now. Get on the ball.
Well, Kyle Busch hung on to a top 10 in stage one. Delicious. Oh, these people. Well, I'm glad WWE rehired R-Truth.
Me too.
Because when I heard he was getting let go, I was like, that does not sit right with me.
No.
And it didn't sit right with anybody else that worked there either, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that TKO is assholes. It's just what they look at is okay. Who's making a lot of money?
Who's valuable?
And who do we need to flush down the toilet? That's also making a lot of money. And if you're making a decent amount of money, but you're not doing anything, they're going to be looking to get rid of you.
Kathy Kelly cried on the post show.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I was like, see, Truth's a fucking awesome dude, and it's just good to have people like that around. And he's fucking entertaining as hell.
He is, and you know, he just got out of a thing with John Cena. So
Cena specifically wanted to work with him to try to raise his value because he knew his contract was coming. But TK was just like, let him go, I don't care.
yeah, TK was like, "Fuck you, get out of
And
here."
it's like, man.
It didn't work.
And my theory was, I was like, I bet my life that The Rock and Triple H were probably like, look, we gotta fucking keep this dude. I guarantee The Rock said something because he likes truth. What, but or both. I guarantee somebody there was like, come the fuck on. Like, we gotta work something out with him. Yeah. God damn it, I love this meme. Hold on. This is how I feel about the Switch 2. Hold on. Click on the video, dick.
Aussie. An Aussie sighting.
You know the intro to American Dad?
Yes.
So I said, the Switch 2 just came out. Aren't you excited? Hold on. Start over. Start over, you dick. It's not starting over. Why won't the video start over? It will not fucking start over. You're pissing me off, man. Anyway, what I was trying to show was this Switch 2 just released. Aren't you excited? Dun, 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 and the American Dad intro starts, but he never gets out of bed. And it's just the American Dad song without lyrics because he's just.
I think my biggest problem with the Switch 2 is the fact that, aside from the graphical differences, because there is a, it actually
It's
is
a big
different.
difference, yeah.
It's different graphically. I could sit here and explain it, but it's gonna be boring.
Basically, in layman and dumb person terms, it's a PS4 Pro level system now.
Something around there,
Yeah.
kind of, yes. But outside of that, it's not different. It's the same setup. It's the same gimmick. Just the graphics are a little
Now,
better.
you can call me a sucker for buying a game I already own, but as soon as they announce that Red Dead Redemption 2 for Switch 2, I'm probably going to want to get a Switch. Having Red Dead Redemption 2 on a handheld, because apparently it is happening. Rockstar, there was more leaks from Rockstar about shit they're doing. GTA 4 for PS5.
Yes!
Red Dead 2 for Switch and
Fuck
PS5.
yes! Finally, GTA
Yeah.
4.
And
Oh my god.
the Max Payne box set with the 2 remakes and the 3rd game.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And there was some more GTA 6 stuff that apparently got leaked. Just basic shit like, oh, in GTA 6, there's a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 elements to it, like the gore, like you can blast somebody's fucking head off with a shotgun.
And it'll actually.
Their heads will explode, like in Red Dead 2. Yeah.
So I wonder if that means if you got a chainsaw and chainsawed somebody's arm off, what it'll just.
Oh, God. Oh, by the way, Ryan Blaney took the lead on pit stops.
Oh shit.
Should have bet.
But
We'll see.
maybe it was good because you never know if he's gonna stay there. Till the end. You never know.
So it looked like Blaney and then Hamlin came out first and second. Hamlin's team had the fastest pit stop in NASCAR history recently. It was like 7.8 seconds or some shit. 4 tires in like just a tick under 8 seconds. And I'm like,
I'm
Crap.
surprised that that the wheels stayed on.
come here, little one. Don't look away like you wasn't looking at me. Yo. You're out and about now. You don't hide for days at a time anymore. Who's an idiot?
Dana White.
Oh.
With Francis Ngannou.
Everybody in fucking mixed martial arts is a goddamn retard, basically, is what I've come to the conclusion of. Instead of MMA, why don't they just go ahead and call it KKK? Because that's how everybody fucking feels in the UFC anyway. Come here, my little munchkin. Hey. Squeaky. Did you squeak for me? Did you squeak? We're just watching EO look around because Anthony's here and she's weird about when people are around. She doesn't like his shoes. She's looking at Anthony's Crocs and she was like, she like flinched at him. Well, what the fuck is that? Your little blue eye and your green eye. EO. Say, nope, I'm not coming near those shoes. Blaney, Hamlin, Hocevar. That's quite the fucking shake up at the front. What the hell happened to Busher? He's 5th. Kyle Busch gained spots on pit road.
Chase Elliott did too.
Yeah. Kyle went from 9th to 6th, and Chase is like 5th or whatever now. Corey LaJoy trying to lick his jack to Carl Edwards. Saw that in the truck race yesterday. Corey Heim got up to Carson Hocevar in the truck race. Could have passed him. Didn't. Stayed behind him for like 20 laps and shoved him way out front and then passed him. Because if he tried to pass him, the guy behind them would have got a run on him and tried to pass them. So he just sat there and waited and waited and waited. Last lap of stage one. Boop. And when I see guys don't do that, I get very annoyed because I'm like, just push the guy in front of you to the fucking leader, and you have a chance. If you start dicking around for second place, the first place guy's gonna drive away. That happens in a lot of places, but in a place like this, it really happens. Remember, like 2019 Michigan, Kurt Busch got to third behind behind Truex, and Logano was leading. And what did Kurt say after the race? I was gonna stay behind Truex and shove him straight to Logano, but then a caution come out and ruin that whole deal. But I was like, yes, you get it. Like, just push the guy to the other dude and get them racing each other and then pass them both. Now this stage is longer. They're definitely going to pit. It's a 75 lap stage, so you got to pit once here. Well, their pit stop was fast because of it, though. But if they had drugged this fuel can over the line, it would have been a penalty. That was close. Yo, shout out to that guy. He caught the fuel can. If that fuel can touches that white line, penalty. Fucking tire carrier caught it. Goal! Remember on Whose Line Is It Anyway? If soccer announcers had different jobs, here's your Coke!
You forgot my Coke! You still forgot my Coke!
I just loved. I can't remember what the skit was, but it was Colin and Scenes from a Hat. I paint murals with my own feces.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was either, but yeah, I remember.
That was like unlikely ways to impress a woman, I think. Yeah, I paint murals with my own feces. Drew doesn't do a damn thing. Not a damn thing. I love when they set each other up to fail on Whose Line, like when they were doing the fucking film noir where they have to like narrate their scene and then go back in the scene. And Colin goes to the camera and he's talking about Ryan, and that's when he did something crazy. Something so unexpected, I didn't see it coming. And even though it was kind of funny, it was still a little weird. He sets Ryan up to have to do something. So Ryan just kisses him. That's when he did something so unexpected. Good news for everybody. Host of ours at the front, so he probably won't race like an ass. Oh my God. There's a lot of three wide going on. Blaney's driving away. Oh, Busher! Loose. Loose. Chase going to get a push. Byron just saved Chase's ass. Bubba going to, oh my God! 4 wide. Chase and Byron had the same idea at the same time.
Oh my God.
Chase and William Byron did the same thing at the same time.
If they weren't teammates, they'd probably be ready. Byron probably be ready to fight.
I think they just took each other completely by surprise. Oh, Briscoe. Yee.
God, they're getting so screwed.
Oh. There's still 3 wide back there.
Stop, please, stop.
That's been great for Kyle Busch and Bubba, who are just in front of all this.
Yep.
Chase is the big winner on this deal right now,
He
and
really.
Blaney, of course.
Yep. Chase and Blaney.
Yeah, that's pretty good, actually. I'm not even being sarcastic. He said Joey Logano trying to get a slice because he's driving the Hunt Brothers pizza car.
Oh, jeez.
Noah! Whew.
Oh, there goes Joey. Kind of.
Joey's been mid today. He was like 11th at the end of the first segment.
Not doing great.
Oh, Bell and AJ got really close. Bell's not having a good race either.
No. Really, the only Toyota, I think, the only two Toyotas are
Hamlin.
Bubba and
Hamlin and Bubba. Yep. Eric Jones. Reddick's finally made it out of purgatory. He can see the top 10 now. Chase going for the lead. Wow, he heard me talking shit earlier.
the first time all year. Like, wow.
Chase Elliott just drove up under green and took the lead.
Just straight up took it from Blaney like it was nothing. Okay then. All right.
And Chastain's going to push Hocevar right by Denny
Sure is.
and use it to clear himself in front of Denny.
Absolutely.
Yep, that's exactly what he did.
And here comes Larson.
Denny just got really loose there. Oh, shit! Shit!
Oh my God!
He almost did it again, guys. He almost did it to Larson again. Denny's got a problem. He's got a tire going down or something.
Yeah, he's got some.
I swear.
Something right.
Maybe not, but he was so slow going down the backstretch. I thought he had a tire going down. Denny got passed by 5 people on this backstretch.
Sure did.
He's fine.
Wow.
I thought he cut a tire when him and Larson touched, maybe. Pancakes!
Almost.
Oh, Cowbush! Reddick really cut him a break there. Denny Hamlin said, thank you. Reddick slowed up to not kill Kyle Busch, and Denny tried to take advantage. Damn, this racing. Told you, it's getting back to old Michigan.
This is nice.
This is what Michigan used to be.
I like this a lot.
I like it a lot.
It's so much fun.
Oh, God, Denny. He almost got hit by Prosper, Texas. Fucking NASCAR rivals AI shit going on here right now.
It really is exactly what this is.
In case you can't tell, I've been playing a lot of NASCAR rivals because they took NASCAR Heat 5 off PlayStation Plus. Oh, big wreck!
Oh!
Nemechek and Gregson just spun. I don't think either of them hit anything.
Yep, gotta see what happened.
2 assholes, so I'm not surprised.
Yep.
But they're okay.
Makes me happy that they both went.
Well, Nemechek's got some right front damage there. And that underbody's getting drug along the track, and that's no good.
Man, I can't wait to see what happens.
And because we're on Amazon, you'll actually get to see it. Something you couldn't quite see from that, but obviously Gregson and Nemechek hit each other. Oh no, they just busted their ass, both of them. Nemechek got really loose and spun, and Noah overreacted and spun too. So no, they didn't hit each other.
Okay. All right then.
Just one guy wrecked, and the other guy reacted to the wreck and spun out too. And luckily made it to pit road. That's a blessing in these fucking cars, not get stuck. Because the biggest design flaw with this car is if the tires pop, you're stuck. Because the car is so low to the ground, you're just on the ground. So they both made it to pit road on their own. Now they got to try to get the jack under it.
Good luck with that.
Hey Beavis, it's the jack. I'm jacking off. Yep, one guy busted his ass and the other guy reacted to it. Yo. Damn, Bell almost got hooked. That would have hurt. I need to go back this week and watch the last Mexico City race because the Xfinity Series race there like 03, 04, 05, and maybe 06, I want to say. So I need to go back and watch those races and remember what that track is like because I can't remember what it's like. I remember Juan Pablo Montoya won there, and I think he wrecked Scott Pruitt, and Scott Pruitt was really pissed the fuck off. And I'm like, it's Juan Pablo Montoya. Are you surprised that Juan Montoya wrecked somebody? You're shocked? He was fucking Hocevar and Chastain before Hocevar and Chastain. He was notoriously a dick. And I always find it funny because he came from IndyCar and Formula One. You cannot do that in those series. They'll penalize your ass, and it's really dangerous. You cannot do it. He gets in a full body stock car. Oh, this is fucking easy. Really took advantage of being able to run into people. I think Juan could have been so much more in NASCAR than he was. He was just driving for fucking Ganassi. So.
And it took him a while to really get good. But when he did get good, he made things
There are several races I look back on and go, damn, he was going to win, and something stupid happened. Indianapolis in '09, Dover and Richmond in 2013, his last season. He should have won. He was going to win Richmond, and somebody fucking spun with 3 laps to fucking go. And do you stay out? Do you pit? And he got fucked by guys who pitted and took 4 tires and all that. Dover, he was going to win. I really can't make an excuse for him at Dover. Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon both caught up to him, and he couldn't hold off Tony Stewart. But there was just several races where I'm like, damn, Juan, you should have won. The back half of the field pitted. Indianapolis 2009 was the big one, though. He was dominating the Brickyard 400. Too fast on pit road. Oh, what do you know who wins? Jimmy Johnson! He was second the whole time while Juan was dominating. Oh, yeah. Final stop. Race showed no signs of having cautions or any kind of chaos. Damn, Juan's too fast on pit road. Thank you, NASCAR, for screwing my day. That's what he said. It's like, bro, you're one of sped. I'm sorry. You cannot make it from here, but I see why some guys pitted. Pancakes. Diddy. Hell, 2010 Brickyard 400 Juan was one of the best cars, and there was a caution, and they lost some spots on pit road, and then he like wrecked a lap or two later and took Junior with him. I remember that. I was like, oh, well, that's great. Like Juan hit the wall and then came down as Junior was coming by and just shredded the fucking right side of Junior's car, and I was like, used to this. If they show the pancakes commercial, I'll unmute it. I ain't watching no Amazon. I ain't paying to watch nice car.
already are, though.
No, that's different. And then their excuse was, well, when you're paying for cable, you're paying for more than one channel.
Well, yeah.
Prime has like a million fucking things to watch, brother. Like, Prime Video is really good.
It actually is really.
I'm glad I have access to Hulu for when the new episodes of King of the Hill start in August. I'm so excited about that. It's the most wholesome thing ever is King of the Hill coming back. And they've aged all the characters. Because now Bobby is like in his early 20s and going to college to learn how to be a fucking chef or whatever. Hank and Peggy have been living in Saudi Arabia for 3 or 4 years and just came back.
What?
It's got something to do with propane. I know it because the fucking gas and shit in Saudi Arabia. Oh my god. I watched the episode this morning where Dale thinks he's got rabies because he got scratched by a raccoon and he's all scared and he's got his wife like looking up what are the symptoms of rabies and she goes cold chills and he goes oh I'm so cold honey you're in your underwear what are the rest of them and then she says sore throat and dry mouth and he goes oh my throat's on fire what next diarrhea and he goes go on. He's acting like he's got all the symptoms so she goes diarrhea go on. Another great King of the Hill line. John Redcorn, the Indian guy. It's Thanksgiving. Do your people even celebrate Thanksgiving, John Redcorn? We did. Once. That's the funniest shit ever. Do your people celebrate Thanksgiving? We did. Once. Larson's really mad at Denny. And I understand because, like Latart just said, how many times has Denny Hamlin fucking run Larson out of a groove and put him in the wall or cut him off? So Larson was saying Denny needs to look out the fucking windshield for once instead of his mirror. Larson, what are you going to do about it other than bitch and moan? Because you never do anything about it. So if I'm Denny, I'm going to keep doing it till you do something about it. You gotta be like Chase. Chase fucking tried to kill Denny at Charlotte year before last. Like, yeah, he got suspended for it, but he put his fucking foot down because Denny was doing the same shit to Chase that he just did to Larson. Oh, I'm sliding up. I'm sliding up. I'm sliding. Oh, I hit you. I'm sorry. Too bad. Chase just fucking turned right and wrecked him. I'm not saying do what Chase did, but hit him back for once. Be a dick. Look at that push from Mr. Ross Chastain to Ryan Blaney. And the clusterfuck in the back. And Larson 3 wide around the outside. That worked.
He's been doing this like the past 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
he always seems to make it work.
Yeah. Fucking hinder at 1, 2, 3. Reddit's gonna hate this race. Reddit is bitching up a storm already. Oh. There's 3 almost wrecks that just happened all at once. Imagine that! You could see more than 2 cars because Amazon zoomed the camera out. Fox would have been zoomed in on the hood of Chase Elliott in the lead. Amazon showed you the whole damn field, and I saw 3 almost wrecks happen in the same corner. Ew, God, there you go. Oh, God, Bowman just hit hard 2 weeks in a row. Bowman's in trouble because he wrecked last week too and had a shitty race at Charlotte. They were 4 wide and Cindric hit Custer in the left rear, I think. He okay?
I hope so.
He's one to nest down. He's all right. Bet that fucking hurt though.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah. That didn't need to happen for where all the dudes were running. Shouldn't go 4 wide for damn sure. You can do some 3 wide here, but
4 wide anywhere is just something you really shouldn't do.
preemptively I'm going to say it was Cindric's fault because he's the one that hit somebody first. Bowman's not having a good time lately, and that's not good.
No, he's not.
I blame Gordon. Jeff Gordon was on his pit box. I blame him. It's Bowman on the top. He gets held up by Suarez, and then Cindric hits Custer in the left rear and wipes out Bowman. Nobody did anything on purpose there, but it could have been avoided. Really started with Suarez kind of backing up to everybody. Hey, Briscoe was in it.
Oh, there goes Briscoe.
This fucking. Mm. Hell, Custer's hit wasn't great. Fucking Briscoe shot around the outside of that rig and spun harmlessly. Watch Briscoe. This is fucking crazy. The 48 got air there. He hit the wall so hard he lifted off the ground. And then fucking Briscoe just woo. God damn. Oh, Canada. I'm surprised the boomers ain't on Facebook bitching about the Canadian flag being on the front stretch. I could have told you that. Ozzy, I need that space now for stuff. He's mad because I put stuff on his shelf. He's like, is this stuff ever going to move? No. Hello, Munchkin. Meow. Yeah, she will follow Ozzy to the end of the earth. She fucking loves Ozzy. He's he's not a big fan of hers, but she loves him.
He's up there, Eo.
Eh.
Where are you going?
Yeah, that's two shitty wrecks in a row for Bowman because he hit hard at Nashville. We need a Mr. Incredible Uncanny meme video for Bowman right now. I like the '09 Dale Jr. and it's just like black and you can just see the eyes. God damn it! Now I want to watch that video. I'm gonna watch it on my phone. The Jeff Gordon one's good too. Oh God.
Oh, the music's just what gets me.
Thanks, Carl. 2005. It never stops being funny. Oh God.
Oh, he turned him.
The back half of '08.
Yep. 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 Yep.
I was there. The rest of 2011, 2012.
That's how it felt too. Yep.
2013.
Uh-huh.
First 29 races of 2014.
Yep.
But there was Martinsville. 2015. 2016. Thanks, Chris Busher. You think I forgot? Yeah, 17 was shit. This guy's to do more of these. I think right now he's only got the Jeff Gordon one and the Dale Jr. one. Oh, they went to commercial as soon as I unmuted. Well, there's what's left of Bowman's car. Well, 75% of that car is in perfect condition. Cold Custard's in the garage. Oh my God, Cole Custer was in a wreck and it wasn't his fault. That's really rare. Should I bet my life savings on Vangus Bergen to win Mexico?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't go that far. But when the odds come out this week, if I see that he's at a certain number, I'll bet on him before the weekend because the odds change. Like for example, I won the All Star race, North Wilkesboro, because I bet on Christopher Bell. Bell was dominating his qualifying race, and I was like, "What's his odds right now? 8.5." And then DraftKings were like, "Here's a 30% boost on that." As soon as he won that heat race, 2-1. Ha! Got you at fucking 8.5 plus a 30% boost, and then he won. So I stole money that weekend. And Joe Logano pissing and moaning after the race about the way Bell passed him. And I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear a fucking word from you on how other people race you. Because just the lap before you cut across Busher or Bell's, was I saying Busher? Bell. They cut across Bell's nose and almost put him in the grass in turn one. And then you're mad that Bell runs you wide in the next corner and takes the lead. Cry about it, dude. Like, you're a fucking ass. Joey the next day did walk it back to, okay, I was wrong. I'm sorry. I sound like a jerk. It's like, yeah, you did.
Yep.
He kept saying afterwards, oh, if I could have got back to him, he was going to get it. He was going to get it. And Christopher Bell was stunned after the race when he heard about that. He was like, what was he mad about? Said you raced him dirty. What? No, he didn't. Joey was being a whiny little bitch about the All-Star race format, too.
Hey.
Come to me, Mr. Ozzy. Your biggest fan is in the other room.
It's like he heard that he was starting to walk and then he slammed on the brakes like, wait, what?
You getting thicker, boy.
Yeah, he's a big old boy.
You getting thick. Mr. Rossi, you thick. How long are they going to red flag this? Oh, buddy. That's a pretty race car. I like gold cars. Whenever I see a gold car, I'm like, damn, we don't have enough of those. Actually, gold too, not just a fucking graphic of gold like Kyle Busch's car.
Or bullshit yellow you're trying to pass off with.
That is actually gold.
Looks nice. Real nice.
I'm not surprised. Did you guys hear what they just said? Joey's team said, "Oh, we can go 60 laps on gas." I bet you nobody else can but them. I'm still triggered by Nashville from last year where he went like fucking 80 laps. And literally everybody else running out of gas around him. But old Joey just marching on. Hey, we're back. We're back. If NASCAR was going to be nice, they'd run like 2 or 3 caution laps and then open pit road. There have been a lot of fuel mileage races at Michigan. My favorite was the '09 one where Biffle and Jimmy Johnson are fucking dogfighting with each other, and Jimmy runs out of gas, and then on the last lap, Biffle runs out of gas, and Mark Martin passes them both and wins. That was my favorite. What else is new? They've been doing it for several years now. We just had that whole discussion about Truex and Briscoe being the same fucking driver. If you just look at the 19 car, you can't tell who's driving it. Oh, mate, really fucked it now, ain't I? James Small's Australian. He really fucked it now, didn't he? Oh, I fucked a koala on this one. Pitt. Chase, that was stupid. What a surprise. Chase Elliott's team makes the wrong fucking decision. You gotta pit here. If you stayed out here, you're an idiot. Unless you pitted a little while ago, but you're still kind of stupid because you can't make it. If you pit here, you have a chance. Well, I mean, if you're hoping for another caution, there's a chance of that. I still think if you stayed out here, you're an idiot. Larson and Byron did 2 tires. Hamlin and Bubba did 2. Pancakes. I want to go to IHOP. I ain't been to IHOP in a long time.
Yeah, me either. I haven't been in so long.
It's not fair. Like that episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not fair. It should have been me. Oh, here we go. I want to watch this. Carl Evers and Dale Jr. talk about their '06 Michigan. I knew they were going to do this. Junior and Carl did not always get along. Carfax. I like that car Junior's driving there. I give Carl credit for saying what Junior said. Junior thought, would Carl have let off for me? No. You really think Carl wouldn't have done the same fucking thing Junior did? Well, I feel bad for every idiot that stayed out here. I don't see the plus to staying out. Other than you might avoid a wreck. Oh, Bill. The way Bill almost hit Chase there. Oh. Good for Joey. Joey cut him a break there. God. Oh, he's mad. You can see he tried to stay in the gas and get back to Byron, but then he had to fucking let off. Oh, Gillen. Caution, somebody wrecked in the back. Nemechek again. Okay, save gas, everybody. He's beached now. What, buddy? Save gas. They're fucked. I told everybody. As soon as Chase stayed out, I was like, well, there's the moment they throw their fucking race away like they do every week now. Bonk. The guys that pitted under the caution before last are probably good now because of this caution. And everybody that pitted under the last caution are good. But Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell are not. So they might as well just fucking pit now and give up the spots and just try to make it up. Somebody make a die cast of that 48 car sitting there. It'd be funny if he forgot he had a cup of Speedy Dry and he went to take a sip of it. You know, you're just holding a cup sometimes. You're just like, I can't believe this happened to Alex Bowman during Pride Month. It's okay, we're on Prime. I hate these kinds of questions. What do you guys need to do to recover from this? I don't know, win a fucking race, hopefully. What does this wreck mean to you? No, Ozzy, as you can see, that stuff still has not moved. Shit. Was this an episode of AEW? Shit. They're gonna say shit. You can't say shit on TV. All right, just pit. You might as well. Bell's still hanging on though. Bell fucking stayed out. Eh, fourth down, punt it away. Told you. It's so good when you can just be confidently sure of what you think. And as soon as he stayed out, I was like, idiot. Napoleon Dynamite. Idiot. Vote for Pedro. Vote for me. Vote for Pedro. Vote for me. Vote for Pedro. Vote for me. I don't want to die, Nico. Not like this. Well, how would you like to die? I don't know. Having a threesome on my 100th birthday? I don't know, you fucking maniac. I was playing GTA 4 the other day. Big American titties. I love the way they say that. Titties. Where's luxury sports car? Where's Barbara with big titties and Stephanie who sucks like a vacuum? That one thing I like when I read the plot for six, because they put the plot up. They're like explain. I was like, this feels like a GTA 4 type thing, where it's like, yeah, it's like an underground dirty cop drug conspiracy theory type thing, and the chicks from Liberty City, and it feels like it's a crime drama like GTA 4.
I just can't wait to find out what the big thing about six is gonna be. I'm so excited. Like if Jason's an undercover cop or not.
There was rumors of like in GTA 5, there's that North Yankton area at the Canadian border, where the game starts, and then later Michael and Trevor go back there. In GTA or in Red Dead Redemption 2, there's the island of Guarma off the coast of Cuba. It's like these separate areas away from the open world, right? What if in GTA 6, Lucia's from Liberty City? What if there's like a part of the game where you wind up there? Wouldn't that be fucking cool as hell? I don't want to get my hopes up for that, but that would be like, damn, we're going to fucking Liberty City for a little while. Because in GTA San Andreas, there's the part where you go to fucking Liberty City, and it's fucking crazy.
Yep, go to that beach.
And like 2004, that was probably mind blowing. Of like, holy shit, we're going to that Liberty City.
I mean, yeah, you just go to a bistro, but it's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
Really, really cool.
So I would hope for a little Liberty, and there's like a lot of Liberty shitty shit in the trailer. There's like a license plate in the trailer. There's some biker dude who's wearing like a Liberty City shirt. I don't know. I'm hoping just for a little Liberty City chapter or something. Because apparently, according to the recent leaks, it's structured a lot like Red Dead Redemption 2. There's chapters. There's like defined chapters.
Okay.
And Red Dead 2, when it came out, that was the first time I thought about GTA 6 because I was playing Red Dead 2 for the first time and said, imagine a GTA game like this. So they need to make the next GTA a lot like Red Dead. I love the way this is structured. It looks to be, yeah, the same way you can't carry 30 fucking weapons at once in GTA 6. It's like realistic. You can have like two handguns on you, maybe one or two strapped to your back. All your other weapons are stored in a bag in your car.
That's awesome.
And in Red Dead 2, you can only carry so many things at once. It's very realistic. Oh, McDowell almost wrecked Bill. I love their logic though. We can't make it on gas. Let's stay out and avoid getting wrecked. Almost gets wrecked running second. William Byron got the lead back.
Yeah, he's been having to work his way up through the field a little bit, but he finally did.
I think Byron might just be the best car all around. Byron and Busher. Busher's buried way back there right now though. But I would say Byron, Busher, and Blaney are the three best cars. But all these cautions are jacking everything up and flipping everybody around. Because what the fuck's Ty Dillon doing in the top 10 all of a sudden? And Brad Keselowski and Michael McDowell and Justin Haley. If I was Christopher Bell's crew chief, I would pit him with about 25 to go so he can at least have 20 laps on fresher tires than everybody else to make up some time. Because you can't make it from here, but let it run a little bit. I'd give him a good 20, 25 laps to go to try to make up some shit. Right now we're at 40 to go this time. I don't know if I could drive the real American beer car and not be cringing the whole time. Ricky's a stronger man than I am.
Well, you said it before to me when we talked about it. You take what sponsorships.
Hey, you kind of have to just deal with it. I'm very straight edge and anti-alcohol, and I'm wearing a Budweiser shirt. I like Junior.
That was Junior's sponsor.
Yeah,
Well, it is his.
and yeah, it is again. So, Bubba 3 wide down the front. Bubba's a guy that he had 3 races in a row of getting wrecked, and then he got a top 10 last week. He needs to just tiptoe through this chaos. Take what you can get. Got wrecked at Texas, got wrecked at Charlotte, and then got a top 10 last week. The toddler, Todd Gilliland. Never been an ugly Castrol car either.
Not really. It's just really weird because Castrol's more of like a European thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of odd seeing it in NASCAR, but still cool.
So that's why it looks like he's flying the Italy flag.
Yes. yes.
NASCAR. Joe Logano driving the car for the worst pizza ever.
Is it Humber?
It's Hunt Brothers, yeah. Yeah.
I like Hunt Brothers.
I guess if I was starving to death somewhere, I'd be like, yeah, give me some of that.
With a side of Castrol.
Oh my god, that reminds me. All that Metallica shit I was watching. I watched comedian Jim Brewer interview the 4 Metallica guys. It's the best interview they ever did. And the guy was like, "You're stuck on a desert island. You've got a boombox with one of your songs on it. What song do you want to be stuck on the desert island with?" And they get to Kirk, and he goes, "Honestly, Enter Sandman, because he said because there's so many memories attached to it, right? And it's so iconic." He goes, "So Enter Sandman," and Robert goes, "Really? That's the song you want on your desert island?" And Lars goes, "That's the song I would go on a desert island to get the fuck away from." They played it so many fucking times. And then Kirk goes, "Well, now that you mention it," and Kirk goes, "Nah, I wouldn't want to listen to it. I just like knowing that it's there because it's attached to so many great moments."
Listen to it, though. You can't just be there.
I think James said Fade to Black. He would take Fade to Black with him. Yeah. Robert said My Apocalypse from Death Magnetic. He says that song gets him hopped, so he would take that one. But when Kirk said Enter Sandman and the other 3 guys all went, that was so funny. I'm like, they all feel the same fucking way about that song. There's another funny part where the guy said, "We recorded a Chinese man who can barely speak English singing your lyrics, and you have to guess what the song is." And you're like a like a god go off, and the guy's like, "Wish I may, wish I might, are you satisfied?" And James is like, "King nothing." Like, yes, James is correct. And then at one point, it's like a contest to see who can name the most, and James is winning, and Lars is like third behind Kirk, and Lars has his face in his hands, and Jim Brewer goes, "Calm down, Lars, it's just a Chinese guy." And Lars goes, "I don't understand." He's like, "I'm ashamed, I don't know the lyrics." But it's a fucking Chinese guy speaking broken English, singing Metallica songs.
Oh god.
And then there's one where he's like, I'll do Nico sad but James goes, sad but true. Give me fool, give me fire. Fuel! Then they had an opera singer, so we're gonna have this opera lady, and she's like singing really high pitched, and James goes, "This is fucking horrible." He got mad. He was like, "This is fucking horrible to listen to. What the fuck are we doing?" She's like, "Fun to push you around," singing "The Day That Never Comes" like way high. James is going, "The fuck." And he goes, well, we didn't really think this game through. James wrote like 95% of the lyrics, so of course he's going to know them before anybody else does. They say that a true friend is someone who will help you change your tire if you're stranded. They say a real true friend is someone who will show up in the middle of the night to help you hide a body. We're going to go around here, each of the four of you. Which member of the band would you call to help you hide a body? And Kirk goes, well, I guess it would probably be Rob, because James would answer the phone and he'd be pissed. And then Lars would show up and have a million questions for me. So he said, I'll take Robert. Who was the most sensitive member of the band? And all three of them go, Kirk. And Kirk goes, what are you talking about? And then he goes, ah, damn it. And Jace goes, Kirk, damn it. They're like, yeah, I think Kirk is pretty sensitive. And Lars goes, well, if you can't say yourself, I'll say Kirk. Then they all agree that, yeah, Lars is kind of just as bad, if we're being honest. And Lars goes, I actively don't show it. He says, I trained myself to not show it, but he's like, I'm just like Kirk. I'm very sensitive. When they ask who's the most sensitive, then they do the who's going to help you hide the dead body. Kirk, who'd you get to hide the dead body? Then Jim Brewer goes, well, after you finished crying about what you've done.
Right.
I'm just looking at all these dudes in the top 10 that hit the fucking lottery with all this. Reddick, Kozlowski, Priest, Gilliland, and Zane Smith, and McDowell. Well, I'm glad Byron waited till this week to probably win after I bet on him last week. We'll see. It's a long race. You too can pay for iRacing and get banned because you accidentally bumped someone. Get your Logitech wheel today. Fucking Cindric is a weapon. Is he not? Cindric is a motherfucker sometimes. You done chilling in the window, Ozzy? Good for Bubba. Go get them stage points. You got 25 laps. And now Cindric's going to jump to his inside. I guess he's not. Why did he come on the radio?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Isn't that bad for the electronics?
I would assume.
Remember in Clerks when Randall just out of the blue, he goes, how much do you think the average jizz mopper makes per hour? And Dante's like, what? And he goes, the jizz mopper. You know, the guy who has to clean all the jizz off the windshield after the guy shoots a load at the nudie booth. And Dante goes, where the fuck do you get this from? And he goes, practically every guy does it right on the glass. I don't know if you know this or not, but come loose streaks, we don't clean it right away. He's just saying like it's a totally normal conversation to have. Cute cat. What's its name? Annoying customer. Fucking dickhead. My girlfriend fucked a dead guy in the bathroom. She's gonna be scarred for life. And Randall goes, "Oh, get the fuck over it. She'll get over fucking a dead guy. My mom's been fucking a dead guy for 20 years. I call him dad." How many times she cheat on you? 4.5. 4.5. Well, there was a party one night where I went to sleep in the bedroom and fell and passed out drunk. She came in and jumped all over me. That's cheating on you? Well, no. In the middle of it, she called me Brad. She called you Brad. Called me Brad. And the Brown goes, "Nah, that doesn't count as cheating. People say weird shit during sex. One time I called this girl mom." I fucking love that movie. I can't believe we closed the store in the middle of Saturday. Oh, come on. It's 4 o'clock on a Saturday. Who goes to the store at 4 on a Saturday? It cuts back. There's like a line of people outside banging on the fucking... Randall's just wrong about everything. It's 4 on a Saturday. Who goes to the store at 4 on a Saturday? You mean after all those cautions and fucked up everything, Daniel Suarez is still just running 30th?
Yes.
Wonder who they'll replace him with eventually. Maybe when Truex wants to make his comeback, allegedly.
That's what I was thinking, but I mean, I don't. Would they go for him? Because Truex, there's no way he's gonna race.
I figured actually they would want Connor Zilic from the Xfinity Series. That would be their guy. He would be their first choice, not the old man who apparently got bored fishing in the off season. They just showed Richard Petty and Bubba Wallace at the same commercial. I ain't never watching NASCAR again. If I was them, I'd tell Byron, don't worry about Bill. He ain't gonna make it on gas anyway.
Nope.
So don't race him hard. Don't race him hard.
There's no reason to. At some point, he's gonna pit, and he's gonna be no longer a problem. Well, you're actually kind of wrong about Suarez. He's not 30. He's 29.
Oh,
He gained a spot.
woke fucking Amazon Prime showing WNBA. I'm never paying for this shit.
Nobody's especially gonna watch.
Well, nobody watches WNBA anyway, but
No, but they're especially not going to because Caitlin Clark's hurt.
oh yeah, you got a point.
Fuck that shit.
The lap 62 guys should be okay as well. He's irrelevant. Oh, one of the new GTA 6 leaks. Apparently, you know how Michael, Trevor, and Franklin had special abilities? Lucia and Jason have special abilities too, like Michael, Franklin, Trevor. Jason's is apparently just Deadeye from Red Dead Redemption 2, which is fucking sweet. And Lucia's is like it slows down time briefly and you get one shot, but that one shot is like lethal. But Jason has Deadeye because he was in the military and he's all accurate and shit. So I'm gonna miss Franklin's driving ability. That's my favorite one.
I mean, really, the only one I ever really used was Trevor's.
Trevor's is such a cheat code.
God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It'll bail you out of so many tough spots. Well, you're fucked, buddy. You
Had
are fucked.
yeah, they were kind of stuck. That's why I think it was better for Chase under that last cost. Just fucking pit and get it over with.
Yeah.
You know how this is gonna happen.
At least are working their way through the field, but Bell is just not hitting it.
Larson almost worked his way to the garage just now, though.
Oh, shit.
Oh, look at Ty Dillon chase him down.
Hey, that one on Larson?
Well, it kind of was. I find it ironic he just did the same thing Denny does to him over and over. I think they should have pitted 10 or 12 laps ago, like I said. I said pit with like 25 to go. He's going to bust ass to unlap himself.
I mean, he can try, but there's no guarantee that he will.
I think his tire advantage will be enough. And Byron probably won't fight him too much. Oh, Blaney just spun. So now Bell's a lap down, has to take the free pass. So that sucks. Because if he'd have unlapped himself, he could have come up and lined up in his position, but now he's got to start at the back. But at least he got his lap back. He says it's killed. Well, if he's saying it's killed, it must be the underbody then. Well, I'm glad I didn't bet, I guess.
I was actually I was about to mention that to you. Aren't you glad you did that on Blaney?
Yeah. I've learned you got to pick your spots with betting. It's not an every week thing. Nemechek's like, holy shit, I can't believe I didn't wreck for the third time today. Hell, he spun right onto pit road. That's not a bad break. Yeah, Pit, fuck it.
Pretty much everybody is
Yeah. And then they're going to stay out at the end of the stage. Once again, another caution kind of makes it weird because you could stay out at the end of the stage and then pit about halfway through the stage, make it to the end of the race, but it's still kind of weird. It offsets it. Some guys will have to pit earlier because they don't get as good mileage, or they didn't get it full here because they're rushing or whatever. Cindric and some people stayed out. But yeah, again, all these guys pitted. Well, a few stayed out, so this is just going to shuffle shit up even more because some guys stayed out thinking, "Oh, I can go win the stage and get the bonus points now." Metallica played Tampa Friday night, and they're playing again tonight. And this guy said Friday night we were at Kirk's side of the stage, and he said we were all just dying of thirst, but didn't want to give up our front row spots. So Kirk and his guitar guy came by and started giving them water. That's pretty cool. He said that Kirk's guitar guy had like a water sprayer to fill water up for Kirk, and he was like spraying people's mouths when they were thirsty. And then Kirk came over and were giving cups out.
That's pretty
Yeah. You can't hear images. You're the right skin tone. You can repeat the line. Me, I can't quote Blazing Saddles. I love that movie. Oh, you weren't watching back when they did this, but in 2007, to celebrate 50 years of the 1957 Chevrolet, they changed the nose, well, the paint job on the nose of all the Chevys that day to look like the 57 Chevys. Junior even made his look kind of retro.
That's pretty cool.
I like Truex's. That'd be a cool diecast to have. Junior's 1957 Budweiser Chevy from 2007. Hello, little bit. You squeaking? You squeaking for me? I'll pet you. Ain't nobody gonna bother you. So yeah, but this person's here, and she does not like your shoes.
No, she don't.
What the fuck? They're shoes.
I mean, they're Crocs just like yours. Just mine are real tree camo painted.
She's like, but I'm not supposed to be able to see them. Anthony's got his invisible shoes here. Sandrick, Dillon, and Briscoe stayed out.
Well, priorities, right, for Cindric. He has that win. He has 7 playoff points, so he's already looking into the fall. He goes, man, if I can win a stage, it's a playoff point. That's huge for him, right? Looking at Austin Dillon, he's trying to stay out of the mix, trying to score some points right here. Briscoe kind of the same way, right? He doesn't have that win shot guaranteed him, but he can score some points in the game. Remember, he got damage earlier. Now let's do our FanDuel race update. I would love. I was super curious to see what the odds were because I had no idea how to handicap this race. It has been so messy, so I guess I got to give Byron as a favorite because he's led 55 laps. I don't hate that. Hamlin and Reddick, great.
Yep, Byron's definitely the guy.
I mean, to be honest, this is when I think you got good value somewhere because I don't know what you did. Let's listen into the five. I'm still frustrated on the radio.
Now Larson's bitching about Ty Dillon.
Larson has had a few driving comments today. It was Hamlin and it was Hamlin.
I think Larson's patience is pegged because he's had some really shit luck lately. A lot of it self-induced. He's made a lot of mistakes lately, so I think he's just about to snap.
I'd rather have that than no emotion. You mean like Junior for 10 freaking years?
Unless you listen to his radio.
Wild man move.
Three wide around the top as soon as they get to turn one. Bubba, ooh, Hocevar opened the door for Bubba. Now Eric Jones beat Larson to it. Larson shoots the middle.
Yeah, Larson had to because they're
And here comes Byron and Reddick. Going to pass them all. Byron's still going to win the stage. Ooh, Reddick, push Cindric. That was smart. Push Cindric by, and then you clear to the bottom and pass him, and you got it. And Reddick is... Oh my God! You see how loose Reddick was there? And here comes Byron. Byron's the guy to beat, so... Oh! E. It's like looking in a mirror, isn't it, Ross? Look at this shit. Be smart with him. That was them telling Ross about Hocevar. Be smart with him. Larson hasn't had a good few laps because I see Ty Dillon's in front of him now. I'm pretty sure.
It shouldn't be here, but it is.
Makes it fun when they get all bunched up like this.
Yeah, that is true. I just love how Larson just kicked the 71 in the ass and it ended up working out really good for Larson.
Better get the hell out of his way. If Cindric hangs on here, I'm really impressed. I just said that, Junior. Yes. That makes everybody go 2 tires later. 2 tires. I would say 2 tires would be viable. I know he stayed out. He didn't have any, but I think 2 works. Reddick's car is a little too loose. Oh, God. 3 wide. Yeah, Reddick's just too loose. Ooh. And look at him trying not to get too close because that'll just slow them both down, and then Hocevar will pass them both. Oh, now they're getting kind of close. He waited till the end of the straightaway to do it. Yee. Yeah, he got it. That was still a good drive by Cindric to make it this far. The hell, he's not done yet. It's like an IndyCar race. Oh. Yes. Yep. 100%. William Byron with stage 2. What a top 10. Bubba got stage points. Bubba got stage points in both stages today. I don't know if you ever watched the Naked Gun movies, but that's one of my favorite lines in any movie ever. Like a naked man at an orgy. I was going to have to feel things out. Or a blind man at an orgy, excuse me. We used to fight wars for women. Look, Stephanie back here.
And Miles Bourne is the lucky recipient of that.
Is Lola Vice single, though?
As far as I know, yeah.
Well, then there's hope. I love this. Spider Man on the PS2 at Grand Central, Spider Man on the PS5 at Grand Central. What a difference 16 years makes. Peter Parker will never escape NYZ Transit. Hey, that place was in Madagascar.
Grand Central Station. It's grand and it's central.
I love Iron Maiden. This Iron Maiden's drummer, Nico, he made a funny video where, Iron Maiden has their mascot, Eddie. He's like that zombie monster thing that's on all their album covers. And he says, I'm trying to practice on my drums, but I can't get in there. He's in there playing me bloody drums. Then you open the door. It's fucking Eddie. Oi, Ed. Any boy got a drum set around here? I just love the way Nico talks. He's the most cockney motherfucker I've ever seen. I have to use me practice pads. That's not the same, though, is it? They're all British, but he's like extra British.
Yeah, I love the British accent.
Oh, Nico's fucking British. That fucking thing where they had the argument in the 80s and Bruce Dickinson, the singer, snuck in the room and started recording it. It's the funniest shit. It's three British guys bitching at each other because Nico is playing his drum solo. Steve, the leader of the band, bass player, his bass thing breaks. So he tells somebody, go tell Nico to play his drum solo longer while we fix the bass. Got it. And the guy goes to do it. Nico's up there playing the drums. And the guy's standing back going, hey, Nico, he's fixing his bass, and Nico can't hear, and he's trying to play a drum solo. And the way Nico describes, he says, I'm up there playing me drums, giving it all to Biggin, And he's, what? He says the guy's like tapping him on the back. What? You realize how hard it is to play drums when somebody's trying to fucking talk to you? And the guy's like, he says, I can't understand what he's fucking saying. And he says, I turn around and go, no, you fuck off. Fuck off. Apparently there's like video of that concert and you can hear Nico go, you fucking cunt! Like he screams at the top of his lungs. And after the show, Nico comes up to the guy and he says, don't you ever bloody do that again. And he's like screaming and just cussing this fucking poor guy that was told, go tell Nico that I need a minute to fix my bass. Steve, the bass player, walks by and sees Nico yelling and he goes, well, I'm the one that bloody sent him. Oh, well, then you better fucking apologize to him. I'm not... like, Nico, would you calm down? No, you realize how hard... He goes on this rant about how hard it is to play the drums, and the guy's a fucking asshole for trying to get his attention. Bruce Dickinson, the singer, who is a notorious shit stirrer, walks into the room, and they don't know it, but he's got a fucking tape recorder. And he sets the tape recorder down, and he's recording them arguing about it. And when they're about to calm down, he starts agging them on again. And they don't realize that that's what he's doing because Nico's like, he was up there, I'm up there, all on my own, playing my drums, he's trying to get my fucking attention. And then Bruce, knowing how he's going to take this, goes, well, if someone was trying to get the message to me, I mean, at least the message gets delivered. And Nico goes, Bruce, it's not the bloody same for you because you're up there, you're not up there playing a fucking drum solo all by yourself, blah, blah, blah. And they have this argument, it goes on and on and on, and it's recorded, and they're bitching and bitching and bitching. And he says, I told him don't ever do that again. And Bruce goes, well, that's bloody crazy. What happens if the fucking lighting truss is going to fall down on your head? Does he pull you? Does he tell you something then? And Nico goes, well, someone better drive me out the way or else I'm dead. He's like, what did your feet fucking... They're like, you're ridiculous. And Nico's like, no. Nico's being such an ass, like just being a child about it. And Steve is the leader of the band. And Steve goes, well, your bloody attitude's out of order. And Nico goes, bollocks, I am not out of order. And it keeps going and going and going. And the argument finally ends. You can hear on the tape, the argument dies down. And you hear the tape recorder get picked up, and it's Steve. And he goes, some cunt's recording this. And it cuts off. And apparently, like, they were pissed because Bruce snuck in there and put the fucking tape in. And later on, they're making their next album, and they find the tape because Bruce recorded some vocals on the same tape for the next album. And they said we all sat in the studio and listened to that, and we couldn't stop laughing. And he said, Steve goes, we ought to put that out for everybody else to hear. So they put it out as a single. They had the song 2 Minutes to Midnight from GTA Vice City. They said, okay, on the 2 Minutes to Midnight, the bonus track is going to be the argument. So it's there, and you can hear it's just the funniest goddamn shit. 3 British dudes bitching at each other. And Nico at one point, now all of a sudden I'm the cunt. And Bruce goes, no, you're not the cunt. I think you're out of order. No, I'm not. Your attitude is. They just would not stop arguing. Nico was being an asshole. But he said they listened to it and they couldn't stop laughing. They thought it was so funny after the fact. Although Nico said, you hear the tape when Steve goes, some cunt's recording this, and it cuts off. He says he walked over and grabbed that tape and went to smash it, and Bruce punched him in the stomach and took the tape and ran. Nico said he told him, I quit. He was quitting the band over it because he was so pissed in the moment. Because he was embarrassed and also pissed that you're fucking recording a private conversation. And it's always like, y'all was all up there on me. And Bruce goes, well, if someone's trying to tell me something, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Some cunt's recording this. By the time I finished the poxy solo, the bloody bass was fixed anyway. That's a British word I'd actually never heard before. He says, by the time I finished that poxy solo. And Iron Maiden, that's really funny because anybody who follows Maiden knows they are the most drama-free band. They're all so chill. There's a bunch of happy British dudes. They're all buddies. They get along. But the one time they have a meltdown and one of them's in there snickering and recording it. They're screaming at each other. I was mad. I was bloody pissed because the guy fucked me up. And you hear like Nico punching the table. And Steve goes, I know he did. He was wrong to be there doing what he did. No, he wasn't because I told him to go tell you. Oh, well, you better go apologize to him. I'm not apologizing to him. You apologize to him. When Nico's retelling the story years later, he goes, they said, you need to bloody apologize. I said, I'm not apologizing. I'll be having none of that. I'll be having none of that. Bloody hell freeze over before that ever happens. I could listen to them talk all day, everybody in that band. But especially Nico, because he says stuff like me drums and me solo. And I hate that he can't play drums now for them. Because he was like, he's an amazing fucking drummer. They said that like when they used to play festivals back in the day, all the drummers from all the other bands would try to stand behind the Iron Maiden stage so they could watch him play. Because they said like Tommy Lee from Motley Crue was like, I gotta fucking watch him play drums because he's amazing. He drums like a fucking octopus. Eric Carr, Kiss and Iron Maiden were on the same show one time, and Eric Carr was like, ooh, I get to go watch Nico and Iron Maiden just so he could watch the drums. That's why I can't play Iron Maiden stuff, and it makes me sad. It's impossible. I can't fucking do it. He was insane. No, even the simple shit I can't do.
Well, you gotta start with having, the proper setup.
That would help a little bit, but when I see Nico practicing on drums smaller than that, I'm just like embarrassed. Because he can play it on drums that small with very few drums. Host of Art. Oh, Priest and Chastain. Go, Bubba. That worked out for Bubba. Get clear. God damn it. Ooh. Ross cut him a break. I thought Bubba was a goner there. Oh, my good God. Bubba should have been a goner there. Remember when I said Bubba should just tiptoe through this and take what he can get?
He ain't tiptoeing.
Well, it got him to top five, so let's just be happy with that and stay in the top five. Come on now.
Well, Larson's a wild man, though. He's
He's
either
mad.
flying out to the inside or outside. He's nuts.
Oh my God, Suarez is top 10.
These cautions have just fucking.
Yeah, it's turned everything. We're almost back to where we started, except for Suarez and Eric Jones being in the top 10.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think it's not a matter of will Hocevar ever win, it's when. It's like, when is Hocevar going to finally win? Because this is like the third week in a row now where he's close. Sometimes you'll see guys pop up. Oh, look, they had a top five. Good for them. This motherfucker 3 weeks in a row has been top three. And it's fucking Hocevar and Hamlin and Byron just like Charlotte. We're watching a repeat of Charlotte right now when you think about it. And yeah, because Reddick's fourth. He was like fourth or fifth at Charlotte, but he sped on pit road on the last pit stop. Another part of the Iron Maiden argument. Poor Steve and Bruce are defending the poor road guy that Nico yelled at, and they and he goes, he's stupid as fuck, and they go, and Bruce goes, he's not fucking stupid, and then Nico goes, well, he certainly did a good job of that this afternoon, didn't he?
Oh my god.
He's not fucking stupid. Maybe I should have bet on Hocevar. You know how it is, though. They got to earn your trust before you'll bet on them. So I ain't been ready to commit to a Hocevar bet, but he might be somebody I have to start looking at every week. Why couldn't Cora LaJoy do this?
For a multitude of
Oh God, if he wins, that just empowers him to be even more of a dick.
Yeah, and then he'll just start being an asshole to everybody.
You know you're good when you get to skip Xfinity and go straight to Cup, and that's literally what he did.
So there's got to be something there. Has to be.
You think he's an ass in Cup in trucks? He was a miserable bastard to watch. He would bring cautions out on purpose whenever he needed it. Oh, I got a tire going down. Spin somebody or spin himself to just stop the car until they throw a caution and then fire it up again when the caution comes out. He was a motherfucker in trucks. Remember when he did it at like Martinsville? He made a caution on purpose, and NASCAR said, "You're parked for 5 laps. Like, we're tired of you doing this every time you need a caution." Yeah, they were just talking about when I thought Bubba was going to get a flip down the backstretch a little while ago. The race fan in me would really like to see Hocevar get his first win. The asshole in me is like, I hope Hamlin takes it and everybody gets to be mad this week. Because I know a lot of people hate Denny, but all the people I don't like Denny. So it kind of makes me want to cheer for him. Run long. Well, I would say Joey Logano's in his fuel window, but the rest of the field needs to go another 15 laps or so before they can pit and make it. Yeah. I'm all for it if you're Kyle Busch. Let's do something wacky and try to fucking steal this. Voltage, maybe battery problems with our, but it's not affecting anything right now. But he said there's something up. Yeah. Turn the AC off. I'm sorry. That's the first thing they make them turn off. Oh, we're having power problems. Cut the AC off. Okay, I'll just boil all day. Yeah. Byron, host of our Hamlin, Reddick, and Bubba. Please don't let the 77 team give this away on pit road. Internet wrestling fans. Aww. 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 Out of the way, you. They like the iguana dude from AAA.
Yeah, for some odd reason, he just caught fire. I really don't know why, but the internet loves him.
I need a Survivor Series team up match where it's fucking Joe Hendry, Danhausen, and the iguana dude on the same Survivor Series team.
Oh, God. Then I'd have to come over here doing my fucking Danhausen impression.
People that work at Fox are really bitter about everybody praising Amazon, by the way.
Well, number one, Fox isn't like affiliated with like one of the major streaming services, so that's cut their balls off, and it's been cutting their balls off. And then number two, well, they've heard for years that the race coverage sucks, so why haven't you fixed it?
They've gone out of their way to make it worse. They cut corners constantly. And now they're all mad that people are praising Amazon. Oh, apparently a little while ago, Ty Dillon ran over a squirrel.
How the fuck did a squirrel? What?
Well, the track's in the middle of the woods. Pocono's bad for wildlife
But I can understand
as well.
because it's out in the middle of nowhere.
Kyle Busch eviscerated a rabbit at Sonoma during practice a few years ago. It was pretty gross. You could see the guts on the front of the car.
It just feels kind of.
And lest we forget, the last Fontana race before they knocked the track down, Joey hit a black cat. That made me sad.
That wouldn't have made me sad. That would have made me kind of fearful for what would have happened that day because you're not supposed to fuck around with black cats like that. So
That's okay. You know, Goodyear blimp. Every time I see the Goodyear blimp, I think of Scarface. I took a picture of it when I was at the 600, and I put "The world is yours." Nobody got my Scarface reference. Fucking kids today. Thank God Nikki Bella's back.
Oh no. What? The fuck is she gonna be doing?
Wrestling. She actually got to be good at it. You know, she was way better than Brie. Although I like Brie as a person way more.
Well, yeah, Brie.
But Nikki was the better wrestler. And I give Nikki credit for one thing because, she was one of those divas that couldn't work for shit. And then the AJ Lees and the Caitlins and all these other girls started cropping up. Paige and all that. Nikki went out of her fucking way to try to be as good as them. And I will forever respect that. Because she actually did put the work in to be as good as them and try to be as good as them. She didn't just stay like a lot of the diva type chicks and just suck forever.
No, but it still didn't 100% work either.
No.
Nobody wants her to fuck that.
She was associated with that Divas era shit, and nobody wanted any part of that. That's why nobody liked her. People have been talking about, like, if you go back and watch, who was actually a decent wrestler? Kelly Kelly. She was actually decent.
I've always given her credit because
Oh, good God.
Kelly, you could tell she couldn't work for shit, but you could
She
tell
tried.
she was trying.
She tried.
She was trying. But,
Gilliland just fucking killed that fucking car. Blew a left rear tire.
I don't know how the fuck they're getting that back out on the track.
I can't believe it's still rolling. Oh, that's done for the day, but I can't believe it's going to roll.
There's no way it's not. That fucker's destroyed.
The Jaws music as the safety truck approaches him. Is that 4/4 ostinato in D minor? There you are! And he pulls the fucking thing, and you see the orchestra.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Kelly tried.
She did.
And I heard Becky Lynch say that Ava Marie tried. Now, she wasn't any good at all, but Becky said she bloody tried. And I like a challenge. She said she liked wrestling Ava Marie because she liked a challenge.
I'm sorry, but that's Becky's old alcoholism talking.
Becky's the sweetest woman. She made a fucking great joke recently because she's a heel, and in her interview she was kind of trying to stay in character and be a bit of a bitch. And Sasha Banks has that thing. Sorry, Mercedes has the thing where you can pay $100 a month or some shit, and you can text her. And Becky in character on one of these shows was going off on Bailey, and she goes, "She's the fucking idiot that has to pay $100 a month to text her best friend." And they all start laughing, and Becky goes,
That's the only problem.
she can't keep it serious. She can't. She's such a good heel, but she's always on the verge of cracking. And when she made the joke about Bailey's the idiot texting her friend $100 a month just to stay in touch with her,
It's like, come on, Becky. Come
Becky
on,
was
keep
fucking
it going.
losing it.
Come on.
She can't. Her work face is terrible. She's just always on the verge of laughing.
The only way she can keep a work face is when she's saying the most generic, basic bitch heel
Yeah,
shit. That's it.
I think it was a good time to turn her heel because it got stale, and that's why she went home. So come back, make her fucking big time Bex again, because big time Bex is one of my favorite fucking heel characters ever.
Fuck all that noise.
And I love that her and Seth both turn heel at the same time, so it makes sense
Yes. I mean,
because they're both just fucking assholes.
they're just not.
No, they're not gonna work together. But everybody knows they're together, so I think it helps that they're both fucking. It's not like Nikki Bella, who was the biggest heel, and John Cena was fucking white meat, good guy Cena. It's like, what's he doing with this bitch? At least Seth and Becky, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. I see how these two pricks are together.
Well, hilariously, I mean, the fact that Nikki cheated on that guy on John, that came up to bump in her
Yeah,
I think it's
she didn't deserve that, but old karma came a fucking knocking.
because the guy called her out on her bullshit. That's how
Uh,
they won
the child support case.
Yep,
And I was like, nah, that's kind of fucked up. Like, he was wrong for doing what he did to her, but it's fucked that
this is true.
she lost the damn. I was like, she's got to pay the child
Yeah,
support.
because he's just a straight bitch and a dumbass.
Time to go back to WWE and make that money.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole reason why she wants to come back.
Yeah.
She ain't got no more money.
Everybody shit. Well, I don't know. This is going to be a 53. We're 53 to go right now. They went 45 in stage one. They can probably go about 50. Anything above that, and this is going to be close. But with the caution laps, you know they're going to get a caution or two. Everybody's about to show their. Everybody's going to show their ass on this next restart.
Do we know that we're getting another caution though? Because we've said
Ooh, Denny had to wait on gas. Is that Zane Smith taking the lead? That sure is. Remember when I said two tires?
couple of Hendrick cars behind him and Carson Hocevar and Michael McDowell.
Once again, the caution and everything. Here we go. Fucking Zane Smith's leading now. Michael McDowell's third.
I don't think Sain's gonna keep it though.
No.
He's gonna get.
And Reddick got stuck behind Keselowski.
Jesus.
That sucks.
Well, we hate it for you, Reddick, but that shit happens.
Yeah. If I'm in charge, I'm not pitting again. But
52 to go.
they
It
went
should be good.
they went 45 plus the pace laps under caution beforehand, so I think you could probably go 52.
It's probably like barely, right? Like just
It-
barely can make it.
If I'm in the back half of the field, I'm going to keep coming down pit road every lap under this caution and keep pumping gas into it to really make sure it's full. Pancakes!
I mean, it sucks though because we don't have an IHOP. The closest one.
Yeah, there's Shelby. Yeah.
And it's kind of in a bad part of Shelby too because it's like right off the fucking highway, like right off that Main Street highway.
Pancakes!
Pancakes. But Denny's has good pancakes though.
Yeah, Denny's is the shit.
It's expensive.
I love me some Denny's. I get that I get a damn burger from there that's just heavenly.
Oh, one time I got me one of their burgers and it had an egg on it, and that was fucking awesome.
Do you remember Michael telling the story about the egg on the burger and it was Jack? They went out to eat and Michael didn't want to get an egg on the burger and he said Jack was like, "Oh, you come here and you don't get an egg on your burger or whatever the fuck."
Like, why did Jack start freaking out?
I watched Ray, Gavin, and Jeff were playing something recently. It's one of those games where it's like you have to figure. It wasn't Among Us, but it was a similar type game where you got to figure out who the killer is. And Gavin and Ray goes, "Hey, Gavin!" Oh! And they get scared of each other. And Gavin goes, "Everybody, look! It's the Let's Play guy! It's the Let's Play guy! Kill him!" And Ray goes, "Hey, what the fuck?" And like everyone is the Let's Play guy. And Ray goes, "I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Oh, Let's Play!" And he runs away. That was recently. That was like in the last couple of weeks. So just the fact that they're doing stuff together again makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Gavin's going, "Oh, it's the bloody Let's Play guy."
I just wonder what the fuck Gavin's doing now.
You need to watch him and Jeff and a couple of their friends have an Achievement Hunter top channel, and they've been. It's called Regulation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, have you been
watching?
watching? Did you watch the GTA 4 video where they made the traffic go like 9,000 miles per hour and Gavin's trying to cross the city on foot?
Jesus Christ.
It's the funniest thing they've done in a long time. It was just classic. Because all he did was go in and he made it to where every car in the game goes like 9 million miles an hour. So you can't even like cross the street without risking getting killed. And at one point, Gavin, he goes, "Oh, hold on, duck in the alley, duck in the alley." He ducks in the alley and their buddy's like, "All right, Gavin, on the count of 3, we're going to make a run for it. 1, 2, boom, and a fucking car comes in and squishes him and kills him before the guy can even say 1, 2. He gets fucking destroyed. And if you get in a car, it will take off and go fucking not. Gavin gets like launched into fucking orbit, flying over the city. They did 2 episodes of that because it was so good.
I'll have to check out Regulation again.
The GTA 4, I think what's
They were posting stuff and then, fucking WB said fuck you to Rooster Teeth and stop.
He gets pissed because in GTA 4 You'll be running and like Roman or whoever will call, and he's tapping the A button to run, and then Roman calls, and the guy goes, "Stop bloody calling!" And they go, "Why are you so mad?" He goes, "Because the bloody run button's the same as that's on the phone." And he's trying to like hurry across the street. Fucking Roman calls him, "Stop calling!"
Oh God. Only God. God damn, Chase. Not even in the top 20. Fuck.
Oh, a lot of people's race got completely screwed here, and they'll never recover. Oh, Chase's car just stopped on pit road during those stops.
Well then.
Oh,
Gave Ty Gibbs a little howdy do. Smacked on the butt.
all right. Zane Smith, Carson Hocevar, and Michael McDowell
Let's see if they kill each other.
in a possible fuel mileage scenario. We'll see.
Let's see if they kill each other or just get run the fuck over.
I'm confident in saying everybody will make it,
Yeah, Chase.
unless we get overtimes. Hocevar, fucking Larson inside second. What took you so long? I was waiting for Larson to jump to the inside.
Larson and Hocevar.
Byron's been the best car all day. He's got to overcome some bullshit again.
Still there, still there, still there.
Yee. I could have bet on Larson. He was like 8.5 to 1. Woo! And now Larson's getting jumped by, well, Zane Smith's going to shove him right back to Hocevar. Hocevar pulled down to try to make sure they couldn't get a draft on him, but it's not enough. 4 wide. Pancakes. All right, this is the true test, Hocevar.
You got 200 cars on your asshole, buddy.
You got your 2 future teammates behind you. Oops, I said it out loud.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You got your 2 future teammates behind you. Hold them off. Yeah, get to racing for second.
Damn, Willie B.
Byron's had the best car all day. He's going to be hard to overcome. Oh. Oh! I heard him lift and thought he was spinning. Here comes Tylenol Gibbs.
Well, Busher. Gotta get back in line somewhere.
Oh, Ty Gibbs just got really tight.
Okay.
Oh, 54 just stopped turning out of nowhere. Slide job, pancakes. Junior's got 2 catchphrases now. He did say slide job during the 600. Because Hocevar's leading, there's no way this race stays green. It's never going to be that easy for you on your first win. Or when you're trying to get your first win. It's never going to be that easy. We went through this with Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney before they won their first races. Where, ooh, look, they're going to win. And then a million things happen and they don't.
Well, not only that, but Willie B and Larson can just link up and get right back to him.
And before your time, watching Casey Kane struggle to get his first win was a goddamn odyssey.
Oh, I bet it was.
5 second-place finishes in 2004 and didn't win until Richmond of 05. Casey Kane was the template of, God damn it, it's hard to win your first fucking race. Guys like Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, and Ryan Newman, and Kurt Busch, and Jimmy Johnson made that shit look so easy. I don't know why it was easier back then. You think it would have been harder.
Because of all the guys out.
But guys like Junior and Jimmy and them dudes won immediately. Junior's first year, within the first third of the year, Texas, Richmond, and All-Star race in the same month. Good God, where's Shane going? Come here, little one. Oh, Bubba, we just got to fight to get back to this top 10. We'll take a top 10 with stage points. Somebody's been listening to the Kiss Carnival of Souls album. It never goes away. I can't wait to hear Bruce Kulick play some Carnival of Souls in Las Vegas. I know he's gonna. Good for Hocevar. It's starting to get strung out. And Byron doesn't have any real help because he's like a second ahead of Larson. Byron's still close enough to do something with Hocevar, but it's a lot easier when you got somebody pushing you. Like I said, this is the true test right here.
Yeah, because this is going to come down to a long run.
Yeah. The way it looks right now, yeah. Ah. So they're worried about gas. Dylan pointed out Bell went 56 laps in stage 2, but that did include cautions. There were a lot of caution laps in that. I was just about to crack the joke. Hocevar will be the one to run out of gas. They're worried. You just gotta mirror drive him. Make him get tight behind you in the corner. Just copy whatever he's doing behind you. It's classic Michigan. It really is. This is the most Michigan race that ever Michigan does. It's going right now. Oh, I gotta worry about gas. Everybody's gonna keep coming together. And well, Larson's charging hard. Remember when he drove for Ganassi? He won 3 Michigan races in a row. I miss the old Target car. Larson's about to not give him a choice in the matter. I think it's habit of just trying to break the draft so Byron can't get a run on him and try to pass him. I feel like, though, if Byron wanted to, he could really push the issue and get by him right now. I feel like. No. Ride.
Yeah, just ride and put the pressure on him. Let Hocevar fuck up and move himself out the way.
It's such an IndyCar. Like I miss when IndyCar used to race here, and the IndyCar races here were a lot like this. So IndyCar quit racing there because it's pretty fucking dangerous for them. Greg Moore got killed here. Yeah, in the early 2000s. So IndyCar has kind of started to shy away from the bigger ovals. They like to run New Hampshire, St. Louis, places like that. They don't even run Texas now, and Texas is pretty dangerous. But God, if I was in charge of IndyCar, I'd be like, can we go to Michigan? Can we go back to Michigan? We need an IndyCar race at Charlotte. One on the oval and one on the road course. Ain't nothing like going 230 at Michigan with a car that doesn't have a roof on it. That only recently, in the last few years, finally got windshields.
I'm good. I'm okay.
And people bitched about the IndyCar guys getting a windscreen. Like, bro, they still ain't got a roof on them. They just have the little screen in front of them. I think we're good. Oh yeah, fucking Dario almost got killed here too. Dario Franchitti in an Indy car. This is where Amazon shines on the long, because most networks struggle on the long runs where it's like, yeah, everybody's strung out, not much to talk about. These fuckers never shut up. Yeah,
And Junior has a really high race IQ, so he can keep it going.
Junior knows what it's like to win a fuel mileage deal at Michigan. Junior has lived this. 2008 Michigan. 2012, he just dog walked the shit out of everybody the whole race. 2008 was a lot like this. Time to play the game and edit in Liv Morgan's laugh instead of the Lemmy laugh.
Oh God!
Oh,
That's weird.
that woman has stolen my heart in the last 2 years. Because I was never like a big Liv fan. I was like, I don't get it. She's over, but I don't get it. I get it now. I totally fucking get the Liv Morgan thing. I'm like, she has just won my heart these last year and a half, 2 years. And she'll take a fucking ass whooping. The pictures of her getting whooped with the Singapore cane and not even being phased by it. On Monday, she had a big fucking cut on her head. And I'm like, this chick is awesome. She don't give two fucks. She might be the toughest chick they got. And I think she is because she overcompensates. Yeah. She overcompensates because she looks a certain way and is smaller than a lot of them.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
smaller than a majority.
Pretty little blonde girl. She ain't tough, so she fucking.
But she's actually from New Jersey.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's that Jersey. I love her to death. Lap 169. Oh, Caden Liv is just, she's the sweetest, most adorable, fucking amazing in the ring now. Like, her character is just fucking nails on a chalkboard, which is how it's supposed to be. That, ha ha ha, she doesn't talk or sound anything like she does on television. Her real speaking voice is actually very pleasant. But on TV, she's, ha 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 ha. That fucking obnoxious pretty girl laugh that she does. It's going to be real funny when Ty Gibbs swoops in and steals this thing from fourth. In Jesus' name. 30 to go. That Money in the Bank match last night with all those women, I'm like, I literally like every one of these women, and I would not complain about any of them having won it.
I mean, I'm just still iffy on Naomi winning it.
I think this is like, you know what? You've done good. You made Jade look good, and you've been around a long time, and we know you can. We know you can fucking work. So
Yeah, everybody knows she
here's your
can work.
reward.
Yeah, it's what it feels like. A reward for longevity.
I knew at WrestleMania, I'm like, I think I said to Cameron during WrestleMania when she had the match with Jade, I said they got big things for this chick because that was quite the carry job that she did at WrestleMania. Good little match. And in modern WWE, you're going to get rewarded for shit like that most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
Karrion Cross, I still feel like they're just not going to do shit with him.
That's what I feel too. He's trying. I love him for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the hilarious fucking heel ass rant he went on like a month ago. Was awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't see it in the cards for him. Dude can work his ass off. He's got a potential, but
The look. When he grew his hair back out, I'm like, that's the winner.
I personally, I think it's weird. I think he's better with the ball.
I didn't like the bald.
I think.
Apparently he didn't either. That was Vince's idea.
Well, he was bald a long time ago.
Yeah.
That too.
He looked like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle in that shit Vince had him wearing when he shaved his head again.
That
Yeah.
thing we don't want to talk about.
I said something positive about Vince this weekend, and I was ashamed of it, but it was true. I said Vince wouldn't have let our truth go.
Probably.
Vince would have signed our truth.
Vince would have probably wouldn't have fired him to begin
No.
with. Probably would have asked him to negotiate his contract, but wouldn't have just
They would have figured something out quicker if it was Vince, but
probably.
that still doesn't negate the 9 million terrible things that we would have if Vince was there. So I'm not saying they didn't get Vince, but I'm just saying that particular situation is one where Vince would have shined because Vince was really good at getting people to fucking stay.
And again, you get it from TK, but
Yeah.
in the R Truth case,
Now apparently they're coming for Roman's contract.
yeah, they want to negotiate his deal.
And if I'm Roman, I'm like, no.
Probably what
Roman's well within his rights to be like, no, not after what I've done for your fucking business these last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't see
Roman's going to say, you're paying CM Punk and Cody all this money. I was here first, and I've been just as big to your business as they've been. I ain't budging. But their argument is, well, you're never here. If you want to be part-time, come we negotiate a little bit. Yeah. And because he fucking earned it.
He earned it, yes, but
He wore those stupid blue eye contact lenses and was the big dog and worked his ass off full time 300 days a fucking year.
fucking hell and high water just to get to where he is right
He's earned it. You'll never hear me bitch about Roman because he's fucking earned it.
I mean, I was never going to say nothing, but I do get it from TK.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's worth it for Roman.
Ty Gibbs is, remember how like a couple last ago he was 1.6 back? Ty Gibbs is within a second now. And Denny's gaining as well.
So, Hocevar's got a real problem.
Denny, everybody here that you see from, I would say Reddick on has a no. I'll say Busher up has a chance.
I would say except for Zane Smith because I
Yeah.
don't see him doing anything.
He's there, but yeah.
There, but
He's in the window of opportunity.
yeah,
But there's just a lot bigger names ahead of him. And I think they told Hamlin to just get after it.
I mean, he can get after it all he wants, but if anybody's going to cause a wreck, that's up here, it's going to be him.
Just run Larson up the track. Just one more good time. Just one more time.
Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs is a motherfucker, too. Let's not forget.
Yeah, it's just he's had to keep his nose clean.
Yeah.
Cup.
The dude in the 54 car is a demon. He just hides it.
Piece of shit.
He is a fucking demon. And he's desperate because he hears all the shit people have been talking.
Got small ball syndrome.
He's on his Casey Kane arc right now of like, damn, you should have won by now.
Yeah, and he knows that we know he is a piece of shit.
Oddly, I have so much respect for him because he is so good and because, yeah, he owns it. He owns who he is.
Well, at least he owns it.
And he's kept his nose clean and cut
He has.
for the most part.
He has.
Byron's got a run on Hocevar here. Ugh.
Byron just slowly peeking his nose in. Oh, you ready to give it up yet? No, not yet. All right. We can keep waiting.
This is a fucking powder keg. It's going to explode here in the next 15, 20 laps.
Easily.
21 laps is quite a while, but we're getting to the point where it's like, all right, now or never.
And you know Willie B, he can make a move whenever he wants because
Yeah.
he's got Larson to fall back on. So
Yeah. And he's just been better than everybody today.
what's he gonna pick? Where's he gonna go? How's he gonna do this?
Yeah, Dylan just said, imagine Hocevar winning in that shit heap of a team he drives for before Gibbs wins driving for Joe Gibbs Racing. Now, Hocevar's team, they've obviously made gains. Spire's not the joke they were, but they're still like a C+.
Gibbs, though.
They're not even like RCR when you think about it.
Yeah, I forget what the fuck their team's called.
Spire, yeah. Colleague's the other team. It's kind of on that level. It's teetering of like AJ Allmendinger can pop up and win a race, but they're not going to be that consistent. Because AJ has won twice with Colleague in the last couple of years. So they can win, but they're just not consistent. They're just not powerhouses. The powerhouses are Hendrick, Penske, Gibbs, and I would say 2311's right there with them.
2311's on that cusp.
Yeah.
They're so close.
Penske, Hendrick, Gibbs, 2311. And then Trackhouse right behind them. There's like tears to this.
It's,
I won't. Okay, maybe I won't say Spire's shit boxes anymore, but they're not proven.
what's like the next level up above shitbox? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like I said, C plus, C plus, B minus, top
Yes,
team.
something like got him.
He's got a flat tire.
Oh my
Are you
god.
shitting me?
Of all things that gets
All right, Truck Series host bar, spin it out and bring out a caution. Dude, that's unbelievable. Because at Charlotte, he was out going for the lead and blew up, and now he's got a flat tire. You got to be shitting me. I was like, is he out of gas already? No way. That was tire. Son of a bitch. And that his point situation because he blew up running second at Charlotte and then cuts a tire here. They're just God. They deserve better because well, if he cut a tire, we got to look out for somebody else.
maybe.
Remember, Gilliland cut a left rear on the last run when he wrecked.
Yeah, but I could see a case where it happens just like with Osabar, where yeah, the tire goes down, but they're able to safely.
Yeah. Hamlin should stay behind Gibbs if he can.
Yeah, Hamlin and Gibbs don't need to be doing it,
Push. Just push
but
if you can.
Gibbs are notoriously bad pushers. So I don't know if I'd want Hamlin on my asshole.
Remember when I said it's going to be real funny when Ty Gibbs pops up and steals this thing?
Maybe. Because it's going to be a lot for him to get around Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
And then Denny's going to be trying to get around the both.
All it's going to take, though, was Larson to get to Byron's inside for like a nanosecond. And then Gibbs and Hamlin are going to pounce.
But see, that's what Larson's not going to do. I don't think Larson's going to pull up on Byron like that.
I think he can. He'll figure it out. But they are walking a tightrope because you don't want to be the reason your team doesn't win.
Right.
So,
Okay, so Hamlin got around Ty and is now two. All right. Well, let's see.
Ty was a little shorter on gas than Denny. That's why.
So let's see if Larson has anything.
And now Hamlin's pushing. He just drove straight. Gibbs, go to the bottom with Denny. I wish Gibbs would pull down and he could push Denny by Larson.
He's just staying put.
He's kind of, well, guess he doesn't need to.
He want to follow his teammate to try and push him, but he can't get to him.
Clear.
Yep, clear.
Well, now this is actually kind of good for Byron because I know Larson's not going to want to watch Denny run up and pass him. So maybe if Larson could race Denny.
Maybe Larson can get back in. I don't think he can, but maybe. I think so. It's going to take a lot for Denny to get around Byron.
Two Gibbs and two Hendrick cars, so it's evenly matched.
Definitely. His problem is they're all strung out.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's the issue. The team, Byron and Denny are basically on.
Well, they told Byron, whatever you do, keep the lead. So
That's what he's going to do. It's going to be real hard for Denny to get it.
we can't save now.
Nope. And they've probably saved enough to where Byron probably feels good.
I feel pretty good at this point.
I would. I would.
Hell, now Gibbs is turning up the fucking heat.
That's good. Ken Gibbs. Yeah.
He's going to pass Larson. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because Larson's been kind of a 10th place car today, and now he's up here because of circumstance. Old Denny. It's Denny time. And they've driven away from Ty and Larson.
And Gibbs hasn't exactly pulled away from Larson, so
That's why I was
that's
so
making the gap bigger.
bitter about Hocevar's flat tire. I said, damn, that took some excitement out of this, losing Hocevar.
Yeah, because now things are starting to fan it back out. They're fanning it back out.
If Denny's pushing this hard, they must be real confident.
They gotta be. So
Here he is. He's trying. The corner is where it gets tough because you know how these fucking cars are. The dirty air makes you get tight behind the guy in front of you. So picking your line in the corner is the tough part, and that's why you see Byron get a little bit of a gap back. And then Denny has to recharge and fucking go again and hope that Byron doesn't guess right and pick the same line he's running.
well, then the question is okay, well, Gibbs is able to get back up to him. What if Gibbs fucks up and kind of throws Denny off his line?
Yeah. I'm hoping Gibbs is a team player here. It's his best chance to win, too. It's Denny and his best chance to win to be a team player here.
Yeah, it would be, but we'll see we'll see if Gibbs can get to him and is smart. Okay, so Denny's kind of back, but not really. Denny's not able to get a real run.
Yes, they really spooked Larson, and here comes Busher.
Larson must not have a whole lot of gas.
He must not. They must not be confident.
Well, he's got the pass, so yeah, I don't think Busher's gonna be able to get there in time.
No. Oh, the anxiety's through the roof right now. He saw Hamlin getting really close and wanted to break the draft.
He broke it. We'll see if Hamlin can get a run.
Whew, I got to pee, but I ain't getting up. They went commercial free with like 60 to go again, so I said, oh shit, I'm going to be stuck here. Oh. Woohoo!
All right, let's see what Willie's got here. Did a great job blocking Denny. Kind of cut Denny's runs.
Yeah, Denny got really fucking tight in that dirty air. I wouldn't have won any money on Denny. He was like he was one of the heavy favorites. He's somebody who I like to bet on, but I hardly ever get to because Denny and Larson are always the favorites. Wow. Ty Gibbs gonna steal a win. Come on. Woo. We keep waiting to see if somebody's going to run out. There's always that chance that nobody runs out, but then there's that chance of, oh shit, somebody's going to run out.
I'm not, personally. I feel like these two are good.
These are two guys that can also afford to be aggressive because Byron's already won a race and Denny's got 2 wins. That was a bad corner, Willie B.
Got a little weird there. So let's see what.
Side draft. Ew, stay on that quarterfinal.
Side draft.
And here, hell, Gibbs ain't even trying, but because all that brought Gibbs back into it again. Woohoo!
Neither one going away. They're drag racing now.
Go get it, Ty! Go get it, Ty!
They're still drag racing.
They're just they keep telling Ty to save, but I'd just be like, oh, I gotta go get it. I'd be like, go get it.
It's getting to a point to where Ty's gonna have to.
Yeah.
Because we're almost to like 3 fucking laps to go.
Come on, stay on that quarter panel. Keep it close.
They're still dragging.
Yeah. Oh,
It
Byron got really tight there,
Yep.
so Hamlin took the lead.
Wonder if there's enough time for Willoughby to get back to him.
Brother, you talk about chokes. William Byron's been giving a lot of these away lately. Charlotte, he dominated and fucking choked late. Here we are again. So, old Willie B's had a problem. Darlington, when I was there, remember that? He led like 300 goddamn laps and didn't win.
Wasn't it he got fucked on pitch strategy?
They all short pitted him.
Yeah.
And they kept him out a little too long. And then he charged because he had fresher tires later in the run, but then the tires evened out and he was stuck in like fourth and couldn't move.
That's right.
And then they gained spots on pit road, but Denny's team fucking got the lead and jumped and nailed the restart, and that was it. So Byron's been a little challenged lately closing these things out for whatever reason.
Not been a good closer at all.
No,
Can't do it.
cannot do it. Won't do it. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it. It's my fucking Mike Singletary. Well, we're down to 2 to go. Nobody's sputtered yet. I'm sad I'm not going to get my Ty Gibbs win. Byron's out of gas. Byron just ran out of gas. All right, last lap. 2 miles to go.
Damn.
If Byron ran out, that would make me anxious.
If I were Denny, yeah, I'd be, wait, what? Oh, shit.
Larson? Bubba passed Larson for 4th. I thought Larson might have run out. Look, he's not all the way on the gas either. He's like 65% of the gas. Yeah.
Oh,
He's coasting. He made it. Denny Hamlin. And then Chris Buescher second, Ty Gibbs third, and Bubba Wallace fourth. With stage points. And notice the car that led to most laps there was the only one that ran out. That makes sense when you think about it. Kyle Busch, top 10. Ryan Preece, top 10. Brett Keselowski, top 10.
Reese and BK.
Fucking Zane Smith, top 10, though. That's a hell of a top 10.
It was because of all them cautions.
Yeah, everything in this race got just flipped.
It kept getting flipped and flipped and flipped, and now you got fucking Zane Smith and Seth.
I can't remember the last time I saw a race change the running order so many times on pit road. Like, hardly anybody can hold a spot on pit road today. Yeah, Byron can feel better about choking. He wouldn't have made it on gas anyway. He choked the lead away, but run out of gas. So
Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. He was really caught in a rock and a hard place.
ooh, there's a message in my cereal. It says, "Ooh, Peter, those are Cheerios." Yeah, we'll be happy to see them shoes leave. She's a weird little cat. Everything just freaks her out.
I'll try and be back in a couple weeks.
Yeah, it'll be Pocono. Yeah, because Mexico's next week.
I'm definitely watching that.
Yeah, like I said, at work, I'm going to have to watch one of them old Xfinity races just to see what that track's like because I can't remember. Peace out. Oh, we were hoping more would run out of gas, weren't we? It's Denny time. Everybody's going to be so happy about this. I wish Michigan had 2 races a year like it used to. Denny Hamlin had like a mile-long fuel line compared to the 24, disqualified. Race win diecast will be cool because it's got that donut on the fucking left front. It's like early. It's like 2010. Denny Hamlin winning Martinsville and Michigan in the same year. Good to the last drop, Dennis. Eric Jones 11th. Goddamn Suarez finished 14th. Vangisbergen 18th. That's really good for his first time at Michigan. So good for Vangisbergen. One by one, they fall. Hocevar finished 29th. Blaney 32nd. 08's. Now he's doing the Ohio State thing. 08's. Oh. And a repeat winner keeps the playoff grid more open. Now, last week, Blaney won the week before Chastain, and all of a sudden you go, uh-oh, we've got 9 different winners. Well, we still just got 9. So there's 7 spots left. RFK had all 3 cars in the top 10. Denny, you're going to get stuck over there. He's going to get stuck. That's a long way from the winner's circle. And he's out of gas. Pretty sure he's out of gas. Why did he try to take another lap? We got to rescue Denny. He's stuck over in turn 4. I'm glad Kyle Busch has had 2 pretty good races in a row. And Hocevar. It was a repeat of Charlotte, only this time Denny had the gas to make it. We got a camera watching Denny get pushed out of the turn 4 grass. I'm wondering if Hocevar was going to run out of gas. He was charging pretty hard. He and Willie B. Well, I'm going to get out of here and go find something to eat. But I am going to watch this post race show because Amazon does a hell of a post race show. Another good race and good broadcast. I told y'all like a month ago that things were going to pick up at this